What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good?
Man, feeling good, bro. It's another beautiful day. Another, let me think. What else can we say about this? Another day closer to the weekend. Always looking forward to the weekend, even though every day is the weekend. But nah, can't complain, man. Life survived today, bro. Feel good, man. Feel real good. How about you, though?
Yeah, apologize to everyone involved here.
Oh,
Moats,
man, come
the
on,
chat.
bro.
Had to start 10 minutes late today. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all
Well,
good.
I'm going to apologize to you. Then I'll also blame the traffic.
But,
And
man, that's what I'm talking about. You better blame something, man.
I think it was a car crash.
There it is.
Prayers up for whoever may have been involved in that. But
No pun intended. Probably was a legit car crash.
Yeah, I had to take detours and all that. Yeah, it was. I thought it was construction initially because they had it like single line. You had to take detours, all this other stuff.
And
but
being
I
that
finally
this is
got here.
Pittsburgh, that would be a really good guess that it'll be construction because majority of the time it is construction, man. But no, bro, all good, man. No worries, no worries. Glad everybody is here. In terms of you, in terms of me, safe on the court. You're still drippy. Shout out to the fit. I like it. I like it. Yeah, man, I'm feeling good, bro. My wife.
Fresh cut?
I got a fresh cut and a fresh shirt. My wife surprised me with a t-shirt, a good old Pusha T, man, your neighborhood Pusha.
I'll wait for that
You
summer.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, and for me, man, it's just one of them things where I like little things like this. Don't give me nothing big. Just give me a little t-shirt, you know, something that touch your boy heart. So I just been feeling real giddy all day since I done put it on. I've been like, yo, check me from this angle. And, you know, I was bumping that Pusha T before we started the show, so I feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm over here, what you want? You want some of that hard white? You want that soft? You want that nose candy? How you want to play? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's a vibe, bro. It's definitely a vibe.
You ever use Apple Pay?
I do.
Used it for the first time in my life yesterday. Not through
How
the
was
phone, not through like text message or anything. At an actual store.
Yeah. It's weird, but
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I had somewhere to be after the podcast. It was actually band practice. And I didn't have my wallet on me. So I was starving, absolutely starving. And I was like, man, I wonder, does Apple Pay actually work? Is it as good as what the people are saying? Like, I hear the stories and everything. And then does all these stores actually take it? So I had to ask.
That's the other part.
Sheets takes it.
Yeah.
So Sheets takes it. I asked the guy. I just get like a beef jerky and a little protein drink. Cause I don't want to go anything crazy. I didn't want to order anything off the menu. And then like, cause this is my first time using it.
Deke said, yo, I'm not about to go up here with 30 things and you hit me with the decline. I'm not doing that today.
But it was really easy. You just take the wallet and you pull up your card and you hold it up to the thing, double click, and you're good to go. It was crazy. Like, I thought I was in outer space or like a different planet. This was like some crazy new technology. The guy at the register looked at me like I was an idiot. Yeah. Because I was so amazed by it. I'm like, wait, is this serious? Did this work?
Literally, that's how I felt the first time I ever did it. The thing that I realized was this: not everywhere takes it. That's the only issue. So you can't always just bank on it. As long as I got my phone, I'm good. Or even like the Apple Watch, because that's the other thing. So for me, like whenever I'm working out, if I'm out somewhere, I'm like, I don't want to carry like my stuff with me.
You can do Apple Pay on the watch.
You can do Apple Pay on your watch.
That's wild.
But like once again, you got to make sure that at least that store has it, because Apple Pay still, it's not new per se, but it's still not everywhere just yet. Like when you think about like Visa, American Express, MasterCard, or even how like some of those places you can like tap to pay with your card versus like having to push it in now. Like it's just one of those things where it's continuing to evolve. But Apple Pay it's a vibe though, bro.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
amazed.
It's definitely a vibe. I like the fact this is a quick double click and I show my face every once in a while. It's like, bing. Something about that little bing or the little vibrating.
Oh, you do Face ID?
Every once in a while, if say, I'm doing my little, I gotta look at it.
Gotcha.
Just in case somebody got my John. Like,
that's a decent call. It's not a bad call.
I'm always like, yo, just in case, I've been hacked before, Deke, remember? You know what I mean? So I'm a little scarred with all of that. But yeah, man, I like that. Technology is crazy, bro. Shout out to technology, man.
Oh, there's a lot of things I complain about and don't like. But Apple Pay, big thumbs up from Deke. Yeah. Big thumbs up. Was loving that.
I feel like I remember when Apple Pay first came out, and I remember looking like, yo, how is this ever going to work? What do you mean you're not going to have a card? You're not going to have cash? You're just going to pull up your phone. It's going to just click. Sure enough, yeah, that is how it works now, man. You don't need anything on you except your phone or your Apple Watch. They are they're going to have you Like all the way convenient. I wonder, does Android have anything like that? Dude, what's their like Apple Pay equivalent?
I don't pay enough attention to them.
I don't either. It's weird.
I think anyone
Kinda.
using Android is foolish.
It's different. Yeah.
I don't understand it. I truly don't. They try to talk you into, no, it's better than iPhone.
Look
it's
at
better
the
than
pictures.
Apple.
I'm like,
What?
nah, I like my pictures. Look at the music. I like my music, man.
I never hear a good explanation as to why it's better than Apple or iPhone.
Except the
They
fact
just
that they
say
say it's better.
They just say it's
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Oh, I
it's
just
better.
like it's better. I like
Yeah.
it better. This and that. I'm like, what? How?
Yeah.
I don't think. I truly don't think it's as
From,
user
like,
friendly.
a user-friendly, convenient standpoint, working with everything from like cars to your random hotels, like everything is designed for Apple. It's crazy.
Yeah, so much. The AirDrop. It's
They said they go with Google Pay. That's what they use for the Android, Google Pay.
Well, I hope that works.
Yeah.
Even MacBook. I'd take MacBook all day, any day over PC.
Fire. The Macs are fire. It is weird because I'm Apple everything except the computers. You know, I roll PC on that way.
I do have PC for my gaming,
I'm like, so
but that's all I use it for.
like MacBook, but I think it might stem from just like when they first dropped. I was kind of jealous. Everybody was having their little Apple computers, and I won't have one.
Oh, they are a trend in college.
Yeah, man. So I felt some type of way, and ever since then, I'm like, well, you know what? F your Apple MacBooks. Okay, how about that? I'll take my touchscreen over here. Bet you can't touchscreen like me. But yeah, man. Other than that, though, bro, it's been a vibe, man. It's been definitely a vibe, man. And let's see, man. We do got some stuff planned today too, man. In terms of talking some mock drafts, not just the professional mock drafts, because you know we got Mel Kiper's mock draft. He dropped another one. This time he went
Today's
multiple
mock draft
rounds.
day, huh?
It's mock draft day today, baby. Mock draft day today. We also going to tap into some of these fan mock drafts that we've been getting you guys to send us. We definitely appreciate that. And also, Deke, we haven't done this in a minute, but it felt like it was time to do it. The phone lines will be open today, ladies and gentlemen, because we want to hear if you were the GM in this pick 17. We want to know, what are you planning to do with said pick? So we will definitely open up those phone lines later on in today's show. But yeah, man.
This is an amazing comment. Frank K says, we literally kicked out our Android homie out of the group chat and made him get an iPhone
Because
before
the
we let him
joint
back
won't
in.
be blue. It's like the yucky green. I hate it, bro. Yeah, that's a legit thing, bro.
Right, whenever you're sharing
Yeah.
links and videos and stuff,
Yes, bro.
the Android user screws all of that up
Everything,
all the time.
Everything, bro. Everything. I'm like, yo, why?
Like, I think videos
Who's
come
the
in
Android
grainy.
guy? Because it's Android.
One of my best friends is like
Yes.
in all of our group chat. He botches them up.
Yes.
You try to send videos and it's gonna come in all pixelated because he is in the
He's-
group chat.
Yep, absolutely.
Same
bro.
with links. The actual
Yes.
link, the preview, all that stuff isn't
It
gonna pop
doesn't
up
show up. Nope.
because of that guy. He's that guy. Whoever the Android
Don't
user
be
is,
that guy,
he's
bro.
that guy in your group.
Yes, don't be that guy. It's always an Android guy. But they try to sell you on something. Man, you see the way my pictures work? You see, man, look how I can check this. No, and no. Stop it. I could jailbreak it and get the Fire Stick. That's about the only cool thing y'all. I like the jailbreak game. But other than that, yeah, I'm good on the Androids, man. All the way good. But trying to think, man. If you ready, I'm ready. I think the people are ready. Let's go ahead and start the show like we do, baby. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the comment section so we can give those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Almost to the 40K. Remember, we get to 4,000 or 40,000 subscribers. We are doing a big time giveaway, man. So definitely tap in with that. But yes, let's do it.
There's an uproar in the chat about the iPhone versus Android.
Man, you got Rod Dollars in here trying to hold it down for them weak
an uproar.
Androids. I don't want to hear it. Mr. Pitt Steelers
There's
for
an
Life
uproar.
says green messages with the barf. Every time the green message pops up on my phone, I want to throw it. I'm like, yo, who are you? And why are you using an Android? Or why are you using a non-iPhone product, man? Yeah, baby, I feel you. I feel X Concepts. You got it. We prefer not just Apple, but Apple bottoms as well. Yes, all right. I love it all, man. Keep it going with the apples.
Yeah, there's legit debate. There's Android users in here
I
sticking up for
see.
themselves. Extra Black says, y'all clearly know nothing about Android.
Ooh.
Remix says, iPhones are too simple.
Oh.
The Nation on Fire says, Androids will go out of business.
Other Jacob, hashtag Picket Fence says, I had Android before. Or he says, I had Apple before, and no thank you. But then you got Micah Hemp. He simply says this: Android is like the lower room. Apple is the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man. But y'all see the Android? Oh, Rod
I
Dollar
didn't think we were
says-
going to get this much Android support today.
Rod Dollar just said Android is for all the Pusha T listeners. Do not do that, man. Everybody knows Pusha is an Apple guy. He's an iPhone guy, man. And that's why it's almost dry. It can't be almost dry on the Android. You know that. It's definitely not almost dry on the Android. It's a little too wet or it's a little too dry. But when you got the iPhone, it's that perfect. It just damp a little bit in the middle. You know what I'm saying? The way we like it, man. Yo, it's really a debate. I love it.
Oh, this is incredible. Rod Dollar says Androids are for the real hustlers.
Alex Piper Michael says, yeah, iPhone def superior. Y'all just broke. Oh,
Yo Young has Samsung walking all over Apple.
woo.
I can't believe this.
Chilla _21 says, Apple always copying on technology. Zay, it's not copying. They just take an idea and make it great. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Coach Tomlin, in fact, says, I don't care where a great idea comes from. You know, we'll take it and we'll use it to make it better. So ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
All right, let me get to some of these shout outs here. Avi Berg, 420, 213, Los Angeles, California.
Man.
Joe Gerbis, 940, Ada, Oklahoma. Love y'all. DJ Trade Money,
Let's go.
606, Kentucky.
Let's go.
610 Steel 412. Tuning in from the 610 P-Town.
Let's go. Man, my man Michael Payer just said iPhone is the Android for lefties. Say, dang, man, you making me think a little hard right there, baby. Let's go. And then Steeler Nation on Fire says Androids are for the poor. Like, man, when did this become a like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, I like it.
Sean American Rebel, 757, Newport News.
Let's go. Shout out to Newport News, man. Absolutely. Bad news. Yeah.
John Easton, 412, Pittsburgh, PA.
Shout out to Pittsburgh.
Gabriel Vasquez, checking in from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Let's go. Shout out to Utah, baby. Yeah.
Ches Boot, 317, Avon, Indiana.
Shout out to Indiana. Let's go. Let's go. I like it when y'all all tapping in from these other different places, man. It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Concepts, X Concepts, 724, Claridge, PA.
Shout out to Claridge.
All love, always positivity, even in the dark times.
Hey, facts, man. Remember, darkness cannot push out darkness. Only the light can, all right? So keep that positivity in your system, baby. Yes, sir.
I'll say a couple more. Hollywood 931, checking in from Columbia, Tennessee. Let's go. Steeler Nation, can't wait for the draft.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Kurt Von A from the 724 says, my Android is mid. So I guess he's looking for an upgrade.
Alex Piper Michael says, Apple users use Apple Music. All right, you got a point there. I'm not a fan of the Apple Music, but Tidal. And Tidal was one of the things that you had to get when you had your first iPhone joint situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Partly. Or at least you had to do when you had to get that new Hove album. That's what I did. But shout out to the Apple phones, man. All right, let's go. And let me tap
You
in.
still Tidal.
I still use Tidal, but I'm loyal to the brand now. And
Okay.
because of who owned it. You know, it was Jay-Z, and he was the only reason why I downloaded it to start out. And then from there, I said, okay, I've already committed to it. It's no different than at the time I had iTunes. It was no different than that catalog. Difference was I didn't have to like physically download and keep all of the songs like on my computer or on my phone. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll with this, man. So yeah, I get to feel like I'm helping out. I'm supporting the guy that I like. And I like his music. And I get all the catalog up there of all the people I like listen to. So, yeah, I ain't tripping on it. And I like the fact they got like videos and stuff too, man. It's literally just like Apple Music, just like Spotify, just like all them other ones.
I'm a Spotify
Yeah.
guy myself.
Yeah, it was weird for me because when I was introduced to Spotify, it was kind of when I was introduced to Pandora. Same type of concept. I was using like the free one and it was like, wasn't really like feeling legit all the way. Whereas now it's like a real thing. Now when people say Spotify, it's like, oh, man, this is Spotify. I'm like, oh, it's respectable. Back when I thought of Spotify,
Yeah,
it was like,
they got
bro,
Rogan.
Spotify, ew. Like, no. So it has definitely changed, man.
For sure. You want to say any more?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, man, because it is Friday Junior. We know that. And I love Friday Juniors, baby. So with that being said, let me keep tapping in, man. Oh, shout out to Miles Kalish. Says Deke and Arthur. Shout out to you. Calling me Arthur. I like that. You guys are amazing. No, you are. And he says, or they say, watching from Palm Beach, Florida, the 561. Then we got Steve Smith tuning in from the 402, Omaha. Quan Summer tuning in from the 323, Watts, California. Love that. Love that. Oh, Phantom TV. I don't know if I can knock you on this one. He says all the baddest females have an iPhone. You know, when I think about it, my wife does have an iPhone. My mommy has an iPhone. My sister has an iPhone. And my daughter has an iPhone. My little one has an Apple Watch. So you know what? I'm with you, man. I am with you. There we go. Oh, shout out to Flacco. He says Ice Spice has an Android. That's all I needed to know. And you are absolutely right. If Ice Spice is using the Android, no slight to Ice Spice, but I'm cool on that one, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Lifted ones. 916 in the crib. Kings in 4. Warriors who? Man, now if y'all do that, it's going to be really awkward in the Moats residence because I'm going to slightly be excited about them boys getting knocked out. But then at the same time, my wife, you know, that's where she from. So that's going to mess up. You see what I'm saying here, all right? So I don't know if I could root all the way for you there, man.
Yo Young says iPhone is a red flag.
Whoa, what? Come on, don't do that. Remix says iPhones are overrated. Samsung makes their cameras. Man,
that might be true. I don't know.
They might make the camera, but they can't make the cool little emojis and the cool little Apple, interface and stuff like that. The iOS operating system that be, you know what I'm saying? And how my Bluetooth, how my little AirPods and everything. And man, come on, it do a whole bunch of man. Y'all don't play with me like that now. That's my thing.
J Flam, y'all's arguments for why you have an Android tell me everything I need to know.
Exactly. Don't tell me what Apple can't do for us. Tell me what Android can't do for you. All right, tell me that one.
Well, I think that's the last for me, unless you have any others you're looking at.
I'm just gonna simply end it with Still a Nation on Fire saying, "Girls laugh at you if you don't have an iPhone." Fair enough. Because I didn't have an iPhone when I met my wife, but then that quickly changed, and before you knew it, we were married. So I do agree with you as well.
All right, supers. We got a lot that came in early on, so I might be missing the first couple.
Okay.
The first one I got is Ryan McPherson.
Should be.
Very first one.
Yeah, that should. Which one?
Moats, I'm glad to see you got
it's I got one before you. I got one before you from Ryan. Yeah, because I'm still trying to figure out, man, some of this stuff that comes through for upper room memberships, like when we're not on live, it still like remains up here. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4.
We got some new upper room
4
people.
different names, but I am not all the way sure if we already shouted him out or not. You know what I mean? That's always my dilemma.
I have no clue.
Like Mr. Malvo. I feel like I shouted that out before, right? I feel like I shouted Mr. Malvo out.
He's always in the chat.
Yeah.
I know that.
Then I got Quan Summer. We just mentioned Quan Summer, but I don't know if that, you know what I'm saying? So you know what? Just to make sure we do our due diligence, just to make sure that nobody gets left behind. Because no upper room member gets left behind. Just remember that, all right? All upper room members, if y'all let me know, you get the shout out. So, with that being said, Okie USN 94, Quan Summer, Rodney Hendrick, and Mr. Malvo. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we greatly appreciate your support. All right, now, Ryan McPherson says, what Yins think of RG3 going at 7 for 7 saying teams don't fear Lamar as a passer, and RG3 saying that Lamar's passer rating is better than 7's. Is this for real?
God.
This for real?
I did see a quote from 7 saying that teams don't fear Lamar in the pocket.
Okay.
I didn't see the RG3 rebuttal, though. I'm going to go off his word that's probably what he did. He went back at Ben and
said his pass rate, is it accurate? Is his pass rate better?
I have no clue. I don't know if I care that much.
Yeah, I was like,
because
what are we doing, man?
I don't think 7's really lying.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, Lamar has improved his passing since he was a rookie in his second year, but up to this point, again, he hasn't thrown for over 3,200 yards. I think his biggest threat is doing the read options and running the ball.
Yeah.
Now he's improved passing, but these last 2 years, as I've been seeing his improvement in passing, he's also gotten hurt. So I haven't been able to see him put it completely all together.
Yeah, to me, man, I looked at it like this. What Seven said is not accurate by no stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, it can be accurate or it can be inaccurate. It just depends on how you are looking at it. But I think for RG3, he is coming to the defense of Lamar because he looks at it as this is somebody taking a shot at Lamar. But I don't think that Seven is taking a shot. I don't know the context that Seven was speaking on, but to me,
I think it was just on his podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Like Seven has no need to shoot at a Lamar. You see what I mean? So to me, I think it's just a fair assessment that, he didn't think from a pure passing standpoint that teams would fear Lamar in that vein because they don't. But to act as if he's not feared when he's in the pocket is actually a lie because tell me what teams you see playing man-to-man against Lamar. They don't. They play zone because when he's in that pocket, if you turn your back on him, he's going to take off. Those are some of the things that Lamar does to you and handicaps you that doesn't get talked about from a pocket passer, like positive standpoint, but that is just as effective. And that's one of the things I think for RG3, he's trying to push that point. But you got to also think who RG3 talks to every day on NFL Network or ESPN and stuff like that. He's talking to people on the national scale that get paid to attack that part and bring up certain things as a negative. So he's going to be hypersensitive to any comment that's coming out that isn't 100% clearly in favor for Lamar. But yeah, I just think that it's context in both of these. You know what I mean? I think Seven can definitely be accurate with his assessment, but it can still have some other parts to it where, you do fear Lamar when he's out there in the pocket or out that pocket because of that type of dynamic, that type of skill.
If it was said recently, which I assume it was, it was probably in reaction to the Ravens getting Odell.
Right.
So I think Ben's in a way saying what I've been saying is like, I'll believe it when I see it that you're going to target Odell like 10 times a game and have Lamar throw it 40, 50 times because you have not done that with Lamar as a Ravens offense up to this point.
Yeah.
And
that
to be honest with you,
away from Lamar's talent or anything.
No, to be honest with you, I would like to see you guys do that because right now what we know from Lamar is his running ability scares the defense. Like you said, even if he does drop back, the improvisation is the thing that could screw you up.
The most. Yeah. And we know he doesn't read it right away. We've seen he doesn't read it right away.
I was going to say, if you mean to tell me you want to start having Lamar drop back and throw 40, 50 times, okay, let's see him have success with it because at this point we haven't seen that yet.
And that takes away one of his greatest assets. And it's one of the things where it's kind of like, why do you need to do that? You know? But that's why I also feel like going back to the whole RG3 kind of coming to this like defense to Lamar and attacking Seven, so to speak. It's like everything you just said, that's still a positive. But it's all about the context or the I guess narrative you're trying to push with it. Some people would take that and understand like, that's still a legit positive if you're talking about, we don't need him to throw it 40 times a game. He hasn't done it, but his best times have been when he wasn't doing that. So why do we just want you to go out here and do that all of a sudden? You can spin it as a positive. You can also spin it as a negative, like you said at the same time. Because we haven't seen you do that, why should we fear that just yet? And that's one of the things we talk about with young teams. They don't know what they should fear. So until you show us that you can be a MVP caliber thrower, not MVP caliber just player, athlete, MVP caliber thrower. If you show that, then it'll be a different conversation. People will fear just the passing part. But right now they fear you as a player because you're a weapon. And as you saw, ain't nothing wrong with being a weapon because you win a ton of games. You get your personal accolades as well as a ton of money that's coming to them.
Yeah, and you haven't been able to stay healthy these last 2 years to complete a season, to see some of the improvement. Because I have seen improvements in his passing in the pocket, but he hasn't been able to put it together these last 2 years. Yeah. Like if you were to tell the Steelers defense, hey, Lamar's not really going to focus on running this upcoming game.
We're going to be so happy.
Tomlin would be ecstatic.
Like,
oh,
great.
Thanks.
Thank you. You're taking it. You make it easier on us. You're taking us off the hook. Now we're going to play all the coverages we want. Let's get really exotic back here. But that's the Lamar X factor. It's the legs part. It's no different than the Josh Allen X factor. It's no different than the Patrick Mahomes, the Joe Burrow, the Justin Herberts. All of them have that. They're just further along from a passing standpoint. and they set up their runs off of the pass. Whereas Lamar, he's doing it in opposite. He sets up his throws off of his legs. People have to respect that part, so it makes you play certain coverages, what makes it a little bit simpler for him.
And then what he say? RG3 brings up the QB
passer
rating.
rate.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's like
just don't do that. Please don't.
Yeah.
Spend 2 rank. It's like bringing up, I don't know, Derek Carr's QB rating and comparing it to John Elway. Like, come on.
True,
Don't
but
do
at the
that.
same time, you know
Don't
what
do
people
that.
are going to say in response to the 2 rings. Those are team statistics versus individual statistics. Lamar has an MVP. That's the rebuttal to the team part versus the individual part. But we're not going to debate. 7's a far way and ahead better quarterback. Lamar's exciting. Lamar has an MVP. Cool, but Lamar hasn't done it to 7's level just yet. You know what I mean? He got a long way to go. But in terms of like when people make the case for Lamar, that's the argument they're going to make, and they're going to stand on that until the cows come home. And we know that.
Yeah, not sure what
Yeah.
RG3 is trying to say there, because you're right. It's
You know what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
it's not
Like,
even debate.
yeah.
It's not even debate. Like,
Like, what we
why
talking
you
about,
why you
man?
even trying to put Lamar in that
You see what I
stratosphere?
mean?
No.
Like, what are we talking about, bruh?
Man, I was doing good on this Friday, Junior. I was doing fine. Ryan
You see how
McPherson.
I'm trying to talk it down to him like, yo, just chant.
Ryan McPherson got me heated.
We ain't gotta go there, baby. We ain't gotta go there. Woo-sa. Woo-sa. But yeah. And I think he also got a little bit of that Baltimore in him. He didn't have him. How many seasons with RG3 over there in Baltimore, man? He didn't drink the Kool-Aid over there. He wrote a book against the Commanders or the Redskins or whatever their name was at the time. You know, he wrote a book against them. So I do think he identifies as Baltimore.
Who?
RG3. So I feel like that's part of it as well. Like, oh, he said it? Well, I'm definitely going to say this. Let me get real crazy with it now. Man.
Yeah, it's just
It's
not,
like,
a,
bro, what
it's
we-
just not a
like,
good
what
case
are we talking
that
about,
RG3
bro?
is bringing up.
Like,
It's just
what
not a
are we
good case.
talking about?
Not a good case at all.
I would have much rather he simply say, yo, Lamar has MVP. Not the passer rate. Like, don't do that because that is not, no, that we're not going there with this thing, man.
Okay, McPherson says, Moats, I'm glad to see you in a La Flame shirt on, but then he says, never mind, I thought that shirt was
yeah,
Travis.
Scott. Yeah. Now, man, big LaFlame fan too, though, man. In fact, those are the kicks. I got his Phantom Blacks on today. Love the Travis Scotts too, man. But yeah, man, like I said, this is Wifey's right here, man. She caught me something nice, little neighborhood pusher. Because I pump bass like that, Jack, on or off the track. That's what he says.
AJ Martinez, much love to Steeler Nation. Time for 7. Let's go.
Man, let's go. No pun intended. Which 7? Like 7 championships or 7, because we were just talking about 7.
I think he's saying time for 7 rings.
There it is.
I think that's what he's talking
I
about.
like it then, man. Let's go. Let's go.
AJ Martinez has gifted Arthur Moats membership to Big Fungus.
Man, shout out to AJ Martinez for being a dope person, paying it forward, and Big Fungus. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Big Noriega, Yo Moats and Deke, what do y'all think about us trading our number 32, number 49, and Kevin Dotson to Seattle for their first round pick, number 20? Wait.
they got 2
Okay.
picks in
We're
the first
trading
round.
up from 32 to 20, and then 5th round picks 151 and 154. What's the purpose here? What are we doing at number 20?
That's what. Yeah, who are we?
Because we're only
looking
12
for?
picks away at 32.
Yeah.
We're already gonna be picking at 17.
I just wanted to, who are you targeting? If you tell me who we're targeting at 20, I think that would make more sense because right now, if we got something at 17 and we got something at 32.
And you're losing pick 49.
Right.
You're trading that.
Yeah, so it's like we're targeting something specific if you're trying to come right back 3 picks later from 17.
Basically, basically how you want to look at this is you're trading picks 32 and 49 for pick 20.
Yeah.
Kevin Dotson is
It's for the
he's
fifth rounder,
getting
right?
traded for the
For the
2
picks,
fifths.
the 141,
Whatever.
151 and 154.
Yeah, I think the main piece you got to focus on is 32 and 49 for
Yeah.
20. I don't know if I really like that.
Yeah.
So we're talking 32 and 49 to try to get up to pick 9. Or no, I'm sorry. Our first round pick.
32 and no, 17.
Number 17 and 49 to get up to number 9.
Yeah.
Like that makes more sense.
And it's more spread out because then whatever player you're really trying to get at 9, you still get the second player that you want at 32. Yeah, that's my only thing, man. The 17 to 20, it's a quick turnaround. So yeah, for me, man, it's all about who you are like trying to get specifically. Now, if you're saying to yourself, I want to get Broderick Jones at 17, but then I want to turn around and get Zay Flowers. All right, cool. Then those, if that's the vibe, then that could definitely make sense. If you're saying to yourself, you want to get Darnell Wright, for example, and a Drew Sanders, then I would say, nah, we don't need to do that, man. We could wait, on Drew, or we could wait on one of them dudes at 32. So I would probably think of it more like that. But yeah, I don't think it kills you one way or the other. But if you're going to do the move like that, because it's close proximity, you would just want to really be pointed in on who you're trying to get.
Okay, we got Gorilla Mode.
Oh no! Don't you do that? I just peeped with the comments and said, "Oh Lord." Go ahead, bring it up.
He says, "Rest in peace to the Penguins' playoff streak. Their dominance has carried times of mediocre Steelers football in the city. Hashtag sabotage 87. Hashtag sabotage 71.
That's what they play, when something tragic happens. Somebody passes away in the military, man. And since the Penguins playoff streak did end, I thought it was appropriate, man, that we give them a little music to go along with that, man. Yeah, I was a little upset, man. First time they missed the playoffs since his rookie season. They had opportunities, man. That's the thing. They definitely had opportunities. We talked about the game, was it Tuesday, where, they ended up getting whooped. Was it 5-2? And he's like, man, it sucks. But all good things must come to an end at some point in time. At least that's what you're supposed to say, make yourself feel good. I think you get the good times to keep them rolling.
They should. I think they're getting rid of this front office.
See, that was going to be the question. Are we blowing up the front office, or are we going to blow up the Sid Geno vibe?
You don't do that.
Okay, but this is my other question. We don't do that. How many years do you think they have left of dominance?
Oh, they're still playing good. They still played at a high level this year.
That's what I just said.
Hockey players age well enough for their contracts for sure.
Okay.
I think Crosby more than any of the
So like
of the
5 years, 10 years. That's specifically what I'm checking on.
Oh, their contracts are cheap though too.
Yeah.
Like they're for what they produce. Those are actually steals. Those are good deals.
That's all well and good, but to blow up the front office means we're gonna be resetting a lot more. That's all I'm saying. Is blowing up the front office gonna be worth what they're giving us the next couple of years? That's what I'm asking you.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't think it's a big deal to blow up the front office. To be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, because what are you like? They got us in this spot.
I think of it like this, right? 7, for example, 2 years ago, came to a crossroads. We could blow it up in terms of fire Matt Canada, go another direction to get somebody for 7 specifically, but we'll be looking at maybe 2 years tops, 2-3 years, depending on who's looking at it. Some people thought it was already expired, but that would just prolong something. Whereas what we decided to do was 7, we gratefully appreciate all you've done, but we're going to start rolling with Canada because we think that's going to give us something longer down the line. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm asking, like in that context, because you watch them way more than I've been watching.
I just think it's different sports too.
Okay.
Because you're talking about Matt Canada. That's one thing. Like the Steelers front office been the stable thing for 20. They're always switching front offices in hockey.
Okay.
I don't firing GMs and stuff. They'll fire
head coaches.
We fired GMs for like good GMs here. Like Ray Shero was a good GM.
Like, dude, I remember when we brought in Ron Hextall, I'm like, yo, that was a dope move. But even at the time, it was still like, yo, we're firing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was still at that time like, whoa.
I think in hockey they feel like,
what, do this again?
Things get stale, and you make moves like that.
How's it stale? It was literally like 3 years
Well,
ago.
he sucks. Yeah, he just sucks. Like he hasn't done anything good really.
Okay. Well, yeah, some of his moves have been questionable. I thought his first year he had some good moves, man. Bringing in I thought the Jason Zucker move was cool early on, but ever since, okay. The PO move.
Get some better goaltending and get some better defense. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep the core.
Okay.
Keep Crosby,
So it's
Malcolm.
so in hockey, easier to move on from front office, easier to move on
from my
that type of stuff.
standpoint. You could maybe ask Hockey Insider. I don't think that's a big deal at all. I think it's a way bigger shift if you get rid of like Crosby and Malcolm. Like you're
okay.
Yeah, I think everything's changing if you get rid of those guys.
Got you.
Everything's changing. Like Crosby, I mean, I think it's still arguable. You would want him more than pretty much any other hockey player going into the playoffs to lead your team.
Fair enough.
McDavid,
I'm a Sid guy. You know
there's
that,
dudes that are in their prime and stuff. They're putting up a ton of points, but in terms of like actually going on a playoff run, winning a cup, like Crosby's still playing really good.
Yeah.
And you combine that with his playoff experience, winning cups and stuff. Yeah, he's a guy you want around.
My love for Sid is like my loyalty for Brian. I don't know a ton about hockey, but I just know that I love Sid. I don't know why, but he was my LeBron. You know, I feel like they came into the league around the same time too, low key, and that's probably why it just hit perfect for me, man. But I just not root for him, man. So I'm glad that you feel like he needs to stay here because I want him to stay here, man. That's my guy.
Oh yeah,
that's my guy. I just don't know. I'm like, yo, I legit do not know, man.
He stays till the end.
All right.
Whenever he wants to call it quits, he calls it quits. Because he's not a stupid guy either. Like if his play does decline, he wants to stick around. He'll take a cheaper contract.
See, I like that.
Malkin and Letang, I think they're getting paid $6 million a year, and for what they're putting out there, that's a value
for sure.
Yeah, and Crosby, I don't know what his deal is. He's always taking a 8.7 per year to match his number and everything. That's his thing. Yeah. Which has been a huge value for him throughout his whole career.
Yeah. I like that though, man.
AJ Martinez, I need to say something. Laughing cheetah.
Shout out to the laughing cheetah, then, man. Because sometimes you got to put that cheetah in the booth, and only one man can make it out.
We'll see if the story continues, but I will stop this because 828 Style has dropped a super chat.
Oh, whoa, hey. Oh, okay, I see you now. Shout out to you, 828 Style. Shout out to you. And we greatly appreciate you.
He says, everyone has been brainwashed that if a QB can't put up 350 yards passing a game, they're not feared. What difference does it make if they don't? If a QB can throw for 200 yards and rush for 150 and win, so what? And 7 was a backyard QB, and I loved it.
Yeah, I like that. I think he's supporting both sides. He's supporting the 7 argument. I think he's supporting the Lamar argument as well, man, in terms of just you could be dominant, you could be a beast in multiple ways, man, multiple ways. People looked at 7 Style and had reasons, or not, I don't want to say reasons, but people looked at that and it was a little bit unorthodox at the time because it was a little bit of the super improvisation, him scrambling out the pocket in a way different manner than what we had traditionally saw at this level. Yeah, absolutely. But it was dope and it worked and it won a ton of games. It had him have a ton of success individually and from a team perspective. You look at Lamar. It's like, man, this dude is one of the best quarterbacks in the game right now. And it shows, but it's a very different approach. We talked even Kenny Pickett. We're like, man, we talk about Kenny having some of his best football that we saw from him down the stretch. And not once did we ever holler about him throwing for 350 yards. So, once again, man, I think, 828 Styles is right, man. As long as you cooking, there's multiple ways to cook. Speaking of, I got to cook tonight, Deke. Speaking of. But either way, it's multiple ways to cook, though, man. So, yeah, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, man, and not turning the ball over, hope the team win. I ain't tripping on it.
The other Jacob, picket fence. If my type of phone makes you not want to text me, then I don't want to talk to you anyway.
Oh, he definitely got an Android. That's what that sounds like.
Android guy right there.
That's an Android guy right there. Android guys get real defensive about that texting. Look, why y'all talking about my name being green? Whoa, player. Nobody told you phone to text green, baby. Nobody told you to do that. Hey, we ain't force you to have green colored text messages, all right? Yeah.
Humong Yaj. Happy Thursday. Will Anderson is number 5 on Chris Sims' pass rush. If he falls to 17, should we take him? Is he talking about all the pass rush defenders? He has Will Anderson number 5.
Bro, I literally saw
or is he saying Will Anderson number 5 on his whole board?
I don't know. I saw a mock where they literally had the cat from Texas Tech going as the first defender instead of it being Will Johnson. Instead of being Will Anderson. I was like, whoa, man, how you gonna have a edge rusher, outside type guy, and it not be Will Anderson?
It definitely is probably Will Anderson being number 5 because the headline on his YouTube channel says Chris Sims defends edge draft rankings with Will Anderson at number 5.
So he wants some attention. All right. He wants some attention. That's what it sounds like.
He had Zach Wilson over Trevor Lawrence.
He wants some attention
a couple years ago. Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, want some attention. Nothing wrong with Chris though. I like Chris. Chris, good dude though.
It's just a bad take.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal. Bad take.
Nothing personal, man. It happens. You give takes long enough, some of them gonna fall flat. Yep.
It's unfortunate to witness.
You hate it when it's somebody that you like a little bit too. Like, no,
Yeah,
Chris,
number 5 edge rusher.
Come on, Chris. Don't.
He's got him in tier 3.
I need to know who you got ahead of him then now.
I'm looking. Oh,
I need to know, bro.
Let me go through.
Name these 5 guys. That
He's got the Texas Tech dude.
See,
Tyree Wilson.
Okay.
He's got like Lucas Van Ness.
No.
He's got Nolan Smith.
No.
And he's got... Who's this dude? Will McDonald, the 4th. No, those are the 4 in front of Will Anderson.
Bro. Isn't Will McDonald? He's not Iowa State. Where's he from? He's small. Yeah, Iowa State, right?
Yeah.
Nah, bruh. Like, I get what he's trying to do. The Tyree Wilson part.
Is he saying these guys? Well, I can't even say more traditional because Nolan Smith is not more traditional
and
than Will Anderson.
That's what threw me off. I'm like, Nolan Smith is Hassan Riddick. Hassan Riddick is a minority in terms of like that type of player to produce that type of like numbers with his body type. Like, nah.
It felt like that's what he was going for with the top 2.
Right.
Those are more traditional edge rush guys.
With the Lucas Van Ness, I'm like, are you saying you want a 4-3-3 tech / DN? Is that what we're looking for? Because that's more Lucas Van Ness than Will Anderson. Will Anderson, a true outside linebacker, a dude that's going to flame whatever we looking for out there and is going to get you double-digit sacks. Like, he going to play that run. That's what we talking about, man. And he was doing it against the best of the best. You know why? Because he was playing the SEC. Not saying this is slight to other dudes, but if we comparing and contrasting, I'm going to go with the guy that was kicking booty in the big boy league and not the guys that were kicking booty in the just a little bit less than big boy league.
Right. The guy that was in the Heisman race.
Like, it ain't hard. He was trying to get the attention. I get it. Everybody got to take their
Jamon Yaj asked if he falls to 17, should we take him?
Oh, man. If he's at 17, absolutely. To me, I think the talent is undeniable. If he's sitting at 17, we need a third rusher anyways. And on top of that, he kills 2 birds with 1 stone. You get your third rusher, and then you get elite level leverage on Alex Highsmith in terms of the contract. You don't got to break the bank now if you're bringing in Will Anderson, because Will Anderson is capable of being a franchise caliber pass rusher. You know, that's why he's mocked to go as high as he is, because of what he did, not just from a intangible standpoint, but when you're talking about the actual film, the productivity, it's like this dude knows how to play. He's productive. He was consistent. He did it on, it wasn't just a 1-year thing either. And he did it in multiple ways. That's the other part. Like when I look at Nolan Smith, I've talked about some of my critiques of him when I'm watching him rush the passer. Some of the moves, I'm just like, I don't know if that's going to work consistently at this level. But for Will Anderson, man, he know how to get off. He know how to win. Like, that's different, man. So, yeah, if he's at 17, I'm taking that. And then I'm looking at Highsmith, and it's like, man, this number that we were talking about, we're going to cut that a lot because now I got a guy here. And you lose your leverage. Yeah. But I don't think he's falling to 17 personally, though. I wish he would, though. But I don't think he's going to fall there.
DM4191. Apple treats you like a user.
Yeah.
Android treats you like an admin. For those that know and do it like that, Android is the way to go.
Man. Okay. A user versus an admin. Huh. See, I like to look at it like Apple treats me like I'm their favorite child because it tells me everything. If I'm feeling like a little nervous, I can, check on my little iPhone. And it's hooked to my watch, my Apple Watch, and it tell me my heart rate. It tell me like if I'm elevated or not, and it has like little things like if I were to fall down real hard, and I couldn't speak and I couldn't get up, you know what it would do for me? It'd call emergency services. That's what it would do. It do all type of stuff like that, man. Like when I can't find my AirPods, you know what? It's like, yo, hold on, I got you. They're looking right here, bink, and then it'll even make noise so I can find it. It's like. I just like, yo, hey, mommy, hey, daddy. Like, that's how I feel like with Apple. Like, they just hold me really nice, man. So if that's what you call as a user, well, I'll be using all day, okay? But I like that feeling right there. I feel like Android, it's just like, yo, get out the house. Y'all figure it out, okay? Y'all can figure it out with your green text messages. That what it felt like.
AJ Martinez, I'm here with Dad at a brace appointment for the ankles. Today has been a day, but I feel the love, happiness, and hope within the people in the world.
Man, shout out, man. Definitely hope that Dad is getting some dope braces. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make him feel good, look fresh, and more importantly, not have any pain. And glad for you being there, supporting him as well, man. And maybe take it one moment at a time, right? Whatever you got coming up, man, we just live in that moment right then and there. You know what I mean? Worry about what's coming up later. So I'm with you though, AJ. And DM4191, that was their first super chat as well, man. So salute you for that as well, man. We greatly appreciate your support, man.
828 style, iPhone is to Xbox as Android is to PlayStation. I'd flip the two.
I think I would too. Definitely would.
Do a little switcheroo there. Yeah. I'd say iPhone and PlayStation are the tier above.
They're synonymous, yeah.
Eugene Jones, how do y'all feel about Wright at 17? Ringo or Brise at 32. Dexter/Benton or receiver at 49. And what about Josh Downs, the wide receiver out of NC? Steelers seem to like him.
All right, so I don't love Darnell Wright at 17, but I've heard some of the experts talking about this. They've been saying the reason I don't love him because he's a true right tackle. They've been looking at it and trying to say that we could use an upgrade at either tackle, right or left.
Who's saying this?
That's what some of these draft experts have said, bro. And I'm just like, I don't buy that personally. So that's my biggest reason why I don't like Darnell Wright at 17. I like Darnell Wright as a player, but for us, I don't think we need a right tackle. To me, I'm good with Chooks. Like seeing how he played last year, man, and just another year of him continuing to be consistent over there, I'm good. We feel like the left tackle is the spot where we want to upgrade a little bit more, you know? So that's my only hiccup at 17. Ringo or Brise at 32. I like either one. I prefer Keely Ringo because I think we need corner more than we need interior D lineman right now. And then at 49, which receiver can I get at 49? That would be the question. I don't think that's a good
spot. I think it's either you take them high or you take them in the third
I don't know who's my receiver at 49. Because if it ain't one of the three that we liked on the front end in terms of Njigba, Addison, Flowers, which I don't think they're going to be sitting there at 49. And that's too early for your Tank Dell. That's too early for, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on my guy's name.
In terms of late round guys?
Yeah, like fourth round. What's the other fourth round we had? We kept
Purdue dude.
That's what Charlie Jones and was it Reed, right? Was that the one?
He's from Michigan State.
Yeah. So like them type of dudes, I feel like that's at 49. That's too early for them. So if those are my only options, then I'm probably gonna go with. I'll go Benton. At 49 if I was gonna do that, and yeah, I don't really have a hard stance one way or the other on Josh Downs. I gotta watch him more, honestly. That'd be my big thing with him. Watch him more because I've seen his name floated around, and obviously we know the Steelers definitely have been showing interest, but I personally have not tapped into him on that level just yet to give you a strong take on him just yet.
AJ Martinez says, I forgot on Monday to give my mother effing acknowledgement of being a great mom. Her birthday was April 9th, and I am so blessed she lives.
Man, shout out to your mama being here, baby, and shout out to you having a chance to tell your mama that, man. So respect it, baby. It don't matter that you was a little late, because in the grand scheme of things, as long as you keep living, you always got a chance to make it right. So shout out to your ma Dre on her former birthday. So I hit her with the happy belated birthday to the mama AJ Martinez. Love that, man. Love that.
Zay Breezy was good, fellas. Best podcast in the league. Love you guys and your content, of course.
Man, salute you. Appreciate you from the heart.
It's my 22nd birthday.
Oh,
also, do you guys think we trade up on draft night?
So we turning up. What are we turning up on tonight, man? The big deuce on Friday, Junior? This definitely screams turn up. I like it. Happy birthday, Zay Breezy. Happy birthday. And yeah, I think there's a possibility we'll trade up. I don't think that is out of the question, man. Yeah, I don't think it's out of the question, honestly.
No, there's the rumors about it.
Seriously,
we're talking with the Bears a little bit.
And we have a relationship with them. We've done business with them.
I think to see who's available at 9.
I think that's the real question. Like when you get to around 7, 8, It's like, what's that board looking like? What DBs are still available? Which offensive linemen are still available? And more importantly, who's one off the board? Because if there is starting to look like there's a run on a position, say a team decides that they want to go Paris Johnson and Peter Skronsky. Now we might be like, you know what? We don't want to try to wait to see if Broderick Jones can fall to us. Let's go up there and get him now. Or say it's the run on corners. All right, Devin Witherspoon goes. Gonzalez goes. Do you want to sit there and wait to see if Peasy Jr. is still sitting there at 17, or if Banks is sitting there at 17, or if I'm trying to think any of these other dudes that we've brought up, Emmanuel Forbes is sitting there at 17, or do you just say, bump that, man, let me go up here and get the guy that I want? So that's the reason for me why I do think that us moving up is still in play, but it's really going to just depend on what those, once you get past that quarterback spot, them first 2 to 3, once you get out of there, that's the part where it's going to be, what are we doing next? Where's that next little run going to be?
AJ Martinez, shout out to all the moms.
Give me 1 second because we did skip one. I did want to get him real quick.
All right.
Let's go UW. He says, time to start the campaign for Cordell Stewart to get into the Ring of Honor. Also, Android doesn't require an Android-made charger. So it ain't loyal? Y'all just let anything plug y'all. That's crazy. Man, you better get you one of them USBs or the USB-Cs. Come on, man. You know how... Have some decency about yourselves, man. Could you imagine that deep? They just plugging any old charger in their phone, man. Stop it. Don't do that. All right? You gotta have some respect for your phone, man. You can't just be putting on anything on my phone. Nah, not today. How you doing, beautiful?
AJ Martinez says, shout out to all the moms and my mom. We love you. And I love you so much, Mom. Mitchell Casillas Gonzalez, ex Larinaga. Let's go. The Diggler, Master M.
Salute you, baby. And salute your mama.
Road to the Bank News. Yo, Deke and Moats, love the show. Early prediction for this season, the Steelers claim the AFC North title back. Also, shocking the world, making the AFC Championship. Stairway to 7, new era, hashtag we coming.
I like the hashtag new era. Let's go. Shout out that. Let's go. I don't see why not, man. I do not see why not.
Yep, great predictions. Yo Young. Samsung Ultra.
Oh, and that was Road to the Bank News first super chat, man. So salute you, man. We appreciate that from the heart.
Yeah. Yo Young says Samsung Ultra takes the best pictures when I'm having half the girls at Pitt sleep over. If you know, you know.
What?
Sounds like
Pitt. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna dive into that one, man. We're just gonna leave that one alone, and we're just gonna keep on.
I think it actually just sounds like another insecure defensive Android user. If anything,
there we go.
That's what I would say.
And we're gonna move on. We're just gonna leave that one alone. We're gonna leave that alone.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. AJ Martinez. Like, that's really what you got to bring up? We're talking phones? We're talking phones, and you're bringing that up?
Hey, man. Hey, this is a family-friendly show, okay? It's a family-friendly show. All right? Yeah, hey. Okay, all right. Yep.
AJ Martinez, gifts Arthemos membership to Stephen Smith.
Man, shout out to AJ Martinez and Stephen Smith. Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's go, UW. Gifts and Arthemos membership to Jared Smith.
Spin the block. Let's go, UW. We appreciate you for your support and paying it forward to, who would you say again?
Jared Smith.
Jared Smith. So more importantly, Jared Smith. Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's go, UW. Also, to anyone wanting to trade for Devin White, he's wanting 18 to 20 million a year.
Yeah, that's what Roquan got, right? Roquan got 20, right? Did he get 20? Yeah, I thought he did, what, 5 for 100?
He got a big deal.
Yeah.
It was in that range for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, he feels like he's on par with the Roquan Smith, and I don't knock that, honestly. But, yeah, just for us, do we want to spend $20 million range on a linebacker? along with having to give up a draft pick because he is under contract. So we would have to, trade and do all that whole shebang, man. So I don't personally want to spend the money like that on a Devin White. I do think Devin White's a heck of a player, but I feel good about our linebacker situation right now, and I feel if we just draft something, the athlete that we've talked about, right, whether it's your Drew Sanders, your Trenton Simpsons, your DeMarvion Overshones, your Deion Henley types, right, any of those type of athlete at linebackers, I think we still will feel really good about our scenario when you combine that young player with your Cole Holcomb and your Landon Roberts, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. And it's not going to cost you the draft picks as well, man. So that's the only thing for me, man, where I do agree the Devin White number, kind of chill. But he is nice, though. I'm not going to act like he's not nice. He's definitely nice. But for our situation right now, we won't need to spend that.
Jonathan McDormand. That's exactly what Ben said in the podcast regarding... That's exactly what Ben said in the podcast regarding... that it's Lamar's legs that are the threat.
When he's
the quote isn't entirely out of context.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the full quote, the message is different.
Yeah, makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, Seven is so daggone established, man. Seven ain't got to worry about taking shots at anybody, man. That's why I'm surprised RG3 with, but I'm not surprised. But it's just like, RG3, bro, like, you think Seven needs to take shots at at Lamar, man? Like, nah. Chill out, bro. Breathe a little bit.
Tito Whitaker has gifted an upper room membership to Lifted Ones.
Man, shout out to Tito Whitaker for paying it forward and being a dope person. And Lifted Ones, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. If I remember correctly, Sacktown's finest, man. Yeah, let's go.
R. Barley 18, we in prime spots at 17 and 32 to move back and get a lot for someone wanting Hooker. Could be round 1 or round 2.
At 32, I definitely agree, man, because that's where they're saying that Hooker. Hooker's one of them ones, too, because of the whole injury situation. Yeah, that is definitely in that range. 32, though, could have legs, though. We could definitely see what 32 does. I kind of like us at 17, though, man. We got some legit options there, man. I don't know if I want to just get that on up. Unless we,
Yeah, if we don't trade up for Gonzalez or Skoronski, I'm pretty content
cool
at 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the board falls where neither of them are available at 9 or 10, I'm fine staying put. I'm fine even if they are available there, and if we just say, hey, we'll pass. Let's see what the board looks like when 17 comes around.
Absolutely.
We'll keep the extra pick in the second round and keep our future picks next year because I think it would actually not only take our first round, we'd have to swap. We'd also have to give up number 4 now. We might have to give up a future, like a third rounder or a fourth rounder. So I looked at the Devin Bush trade, and that's what it was. We gave up a first rounder. We gave up our second rounder that year, and then also 2020 third rounder. Yeah. 828 Style, we already read his comment. And then Big Noriega says we can get JP2 at 17 and another day 1 starter at 20.
No, I agree with that. So, but in this scenario, you just move up and see where the board falls, almost go best player available at 20 then with your second pick in the first. Essentially pulling in another starter.
Who we getting at 20 that's so pressing that's probably not going to be there at 32, though? That's my big thing.
But that's the part of the draft part that we would have to see how that board's falling. Because, like, for example, we've seen some mocks where they have 7 corners almost gone in the first.
Right. I guess if we're making the trade on the spot and we're seeing a guy fall and we want to get up to 20, fine. But as these mock drafts are going, I don't know if there's anyone specifically at 20, like, I want to do all this finagling and lose some other quality picks for.
Yeah. Because the only time I feel like it makes sense is if I see a run on tackles or a run on corners, I don't want to miss out on getting me the quality players that I need at one of those spots. So in that case, then I would move. But if it's a run on corners, then it's not going to be a run on lineman at the same time. So I don't think that we would need to come right back at that 20 spot. I think you still have some time there. But I don't hate the aggressiveness, though. I think this just kind of takes out the waiting around part. It's a lot more aggressive. And with that, you do have a better chance of getting the guy that you want, but you also have a better chance of probably overdrafting or, drafting the guy too high, so to speak. And that creates its own set of issues that we've obviously seen as well.
Yeah, if I was trading up, I'd want to trade up to the top 10.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's where the more elite talent is. Whenever you start to get down, you've even talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if there's as big of a difference between the guy at 20 versus the guy at 32.
Big Noriega has brought up Jordan Addison. I think that's what he's saying. If
Trade up to Addison to make sure the Bills
yeah,
don't
so
get
you
him.
would go, chill, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, JPJ at 17.
He
and
is
then
an
spin the
Addison
block
guy.
at
I've
Addison
seen
at 20.
him bring up Addison a
Yeah.
fair amount.
He trying to touch your heart, man. He trying to touch your heart. But it's weird because
He's looking out for Pickett, I
you would
guess.
think you would want him. You would want Addison if you're a Pickett guy, right?
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Addison would be a fine pick.
But Big Noriega is not a Pickett guy though. That's the part that throws me off.
He did say for a hot minute that
He said
he was going to give
he's gonna
Pickett a
chill,
chance.
yeah.
So maybe he thinks this would be Pickett's best opportunity to succeed, bringing his college teammate.
Maybe that leaf really is turning over, man. Sometimes I have my doubts when I look into the chat. I'm like, yo, I don't think he's turned over that new leaf just yet. But maybe he is. It's eventually turning over. It's getting there.
Okay, Sean McCartney. I feel the Cards will wait to trade Hopkins after June 1st to save money. Do you feel we can make a trade with Deontay included?
You know the funny thing, I could have sworn no, we weren't linked to it. It was somebody on TV talking about should we have interest in DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, obviously D Hop is the veteran, right? Still could produce at a high level, still durable. You know, outside of him being suspended, he don't miss a ton of time. You know, so that part does work. I personally feel like we have something that's going to be that or be what he's going to bring to us in George Pickens in terms of that combat catch, big body down the grass, like that type of guy. I feel like we're going to have that and it's just going to be cheaper. But D-Hop, I mean, come on, man. Every team is better with D-Hop on it. That's what he is. If we're going to do it, like you said, I would probably want to put a Deontay Johnson in the trade. How long do you think Deontay stays in Pittsburgh, though? I know TG says he thinks he's done. But
at that point, I want to... No, let's just roll with the roster we got.
That's what I'm saying.
After
like,
June 1st, no.
If it's that late into this thing, I don't want to blow it up to that extent where I'm getting rid of Deontay, who we know has been one of our most dependable receivers.
If we're getting Hopkins after the Cardinals cut him, or... If we can make a trade for him for some random pick, sure, just to add him to the room. And this is all if we don't draft a receiver either.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it, but I don't think that's one we got to press for.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Nothing against D-Hop. D-Hop a
Yeah,
heck of a player,
cool.
man.
It'd be
Heck of a
cool.
player.
But
This is a good situation to be in.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being a good situation, man.
Phantom TV, before the bye, everyone and their mom was mocking Will Anderson to Pittsburgh. Was it worth us finishing the season the way we did instead of tanking? 100%. Yeah, I was making fun of and ripping on the people that were mocking Will Anderson to Steelers.
Yes.
And wanting us to draft in the top 5 and tank for Will Anderson, tank for... No. How about we just win games and build a culture here?
And then we also saw a pass rusher emerge with 14 and a half of those things. All right, you're not getting 14 and a half of them things if you're tanking, if you're not trying to win. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually embarrassing in a way.
It's not the steal away. That's not the standard.
Tanking for an unproven college guy. You're putting all your hopes and dreams of your franchise on. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, be a Cleveland fan.
Phantom TV again.
Shout out to Phantom TV.
I think Dan Moore beats out Chooks on the right side if we get a left tackle in the draft. Whoa.
I mean, it's cool. You know, everybody has their
switcheroo.
dog in the race. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody got their dog in the race, man. I'll just, I would be surprised if it happened. I don't see a lot of people coming in here beating out Chooks right now, personally. The dudes that are capable of beating out Chooks, to me, are already employed on people's rosters, getting paid good money. Chooks a good player, man. Chooks know what he's doing. Chooks definitely knows what he's doing, man. He's athletic, and he fits today's NFL, man. It's a passing league. He can pass block. That is what he does really, really well. The knock on Chooks is he's not a people mover in the run game. He's a position blocker in the run game. He's going to get his butt into the hole and let the running back, do the rest of the work. He's not moving people out that hole. He's not winning the line of scrimmage in the run game. But when you talking pass pro, yeah, man, he going to dance with anybody you put out there, and you're not going to run him over either, man. So, yeah, shout out to Dan Moore, though. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting, man. But I'm putting my money on Choops, purposely.
Louis Mana, they sleep on Jonathan Mingo. Better Juju type, in my opinion.
Ooh, okay. I can see that.
Joe Gerbis, tell Droid to shh before the battery blow. What? PS5 top tier?
He's saying tell them Droid used to shut up for their battery blows. I think they had them like the phone. Who was the one who had the phones getting like hot and exploded? Remember that? Lil Wayne. What was the phone Lil Wayne was promoting, bro? When it was like you could throw it in the water and all that. You remember those commercials? He's like, oh yeah, I'm telling you, drop my phone in the water. It don't matter. Pick it up out. Everything still works good. And that was definitely Android. And for a fact, they would get hot and blow up on you. Yeah. What was the name? Oh my goodness. I cannot think of the name of it. But I definitely remember. Shout out. They will get hot and blow up. This is facts.
Kenneth Moses giving us some support.
Salute you, Kenneth Moses.
President Nitty checking in from the future. Happy Friday, Junior, fellas.
Let's go. Shout out to you, President Nitty, in the future.
Zay Breezy. Yo, another question. I love Kenny Galladay. I think he just had bad luck in New York. What do you guys think of him as an addition? For cheap, whatever.
As long as it's cheap, yeah. As long as it's cheap, man. Because obviously he has talent, and we've seen that from him. But what's that cost going to be, man? Because we don't want to spend crazy on, I don't want to say damaged goods, but we got a chance that if we wanted to go receiver like that, we could get something in the draft where it's going to be less mileage, a lot cheaper, and potentially more productive. So that's the only thing. As long as it's cheap, I don't think it hurts to bring in another veteran player into the room. I don't think it hurts at all.
Let's go UW. Worst owner in the league finally gone. Dan Snyder is gone. Ring the bells now for Stan Kroenke to get out just because of how dirty he did St. Louis. Yeah, Magic Johnson, Commanders owner.
Yeah, man.
His group bought him $6 billion.
No. Our group bought him. Yeah.
Who?
Our group.
Who's our group?
Magic, Moats.
Our group. You're in on it.
Man, I had 5 on it.
Did you?
I had a little 5. I had a little 5 pieces, threw that in there. I was like, look, man, I don't want nothing. Just when you put the little brick, just have my little name at the bottom of it. All right, just put it in the corner.
So you're the Commander's owner.
I put a little 5 on it, a little 5 piece. Let's do a little 5. That's it.
Okay. G-Man 39. It sounds like people are saying rumors are we would be trading up for Paris Johnson, not Skoronski or Gonzalez. Thoughts? I prefer Gonzalez.
Man, any of those big 3 tackles, any of those top 2 corners, it's going to be whoever you're talking to, personal preference, flavor of the week, because all 3 of those dudes are dope. All 3 of those are both of the corners in terms of Gonzalez and Witherspoon. They're dope players, really good players. It really just depends on at that moment, what specific are you looking for in those players? Because you're splitting hairs one way or the other. Whether we're talking Paris Johnson, we can critique, can he anchor? And that's fine. He still has hot tape where he kicked a ton of butt at Ohio State. We could critique Peter Skoronski. Is his arms too short? He got to play guard. Well, what about the tape that we've been watching of him kicking butt at tackle? The tape don't matter no more because he had 2-inch shorter arms? Nah, stop it. The dude can ball. Where if we're talking Broderick Jones, it's like, man, this dude didn't give up a sack all season. You watch his tape is hot. So I don't think it is a negative one way or the other if they want Paris versus Pete versus Broderick. We just all have our personal preferences. For me, my personal preference is Skoronski, because I think he's the most complete, the most consistent, the most pro-ready in my eyes. But if you like the upside or the size that Paris brings you, because Paris is taller, then that's a different type of guy you're going to be looking for. No different when you're talking these corners, right? Gonzalez versus JPJ. If you want that small, compact man-to-man, you want Gonzalez. If you want long, linear, potentially more of a zone concept, but can give you some of the man principles as well, then you're going to be a JPJ guy. So, yeah, that's, when we're talking about these guys trading up for those caliber guys, it's literally that type of fine details with them dudes because they're very similar in terms of how talented they are.
Justin Gordon, sup, fellas? Yo, Deke, are the sports betting apps giving any odds on if the Steelers' first offensive play in 2023 is a jet sweep?
So funny.
Uh,
Yo.
the odds aren't going to be in the favor there. I mean, that'd be like plus 1,000, I'd say.
Yeah. Shouldn't be good for us right now. And I just want to let you know, y'all wild in the lower room chat. You young, you wilding over there. Jay Flynn, I appreciate you, man. Black and Yellow Texas, I'm with you, man. Keep it G-rated. Keep it G-rated. Jeez Louise. Who's talking about the arm length and were 2 inches significant or not? So you can only imagine with our crew. Yes.
Sean McCartney, why would we trade up for Gonzalez when JPJ and Witherspoon are projected to be available at 17? Trading up for Carter Skronsky, I get, but not number 0. I don't know if Witherspoon's going to be there based off these
I've
mocks.
seen
Based off the
Witherspoon.
mocks, who knows? I mean, it could change when the actual draft happens, but
yeah, because we've seen mocks where Witherspoon is actually the first corner off the board. I've seen him going to like Vegas a lot. Like he'll go there, and then Gonzalez is going to like Atlanta. It's always like in that range. So I don't think either are there at 17. I don't think either get out the top 10 personally, but that's the part that we got to see, because it's either going to be these corners that are going to go on a run, and we're going to see like, man, 2, 3, 4 of these dudes going in a quick span, or it's going to be these offensive tackles. And it's one or the other. We just don't know. But I think that's going to determine who's really going to be there available for us at 17, whichever run happens first. We just don't know.
Austin Uku. Any chance they're thinking about Daniels at center? Put more beef up front. Best 5 plan?
I don't see why it couldn't be in the conversation, but I just don't think it's necessary right now, because you have Mason Cole. Mason Cole is more than capable of starting. Mason Cole is our best center right now. James Daniels can come and play center, but James Daniels to me isn't going to be the same caliber center that he is as the same caliber right guard. That's where I don't want to take away this dude being really, really good at this position and put him over here where he's just good. And for Mason Cole was good. Some may even say really good at times, but I just don't think that it's necessary right now. I think in a year from now, because Mason Cole has 1 year left on the deal, I think then it's a conversation whether you bump James Daniels inside, draft something, bump James Daniels inside, put Nate Herbig over there, bump, you know what I mean? Like that type of combo, I think, becomes more of the conversation. But for this year, I don't think you need to put James Daniels at the center position. I think you keep him at right guard and you let Mason Cole stay at center, because Mason Cole put the center dilemma for us to rest last year. We did not talk about center not once, man. Not in a negative way. And that was because of how well Mason Cole was playing for us, man. So I don't want to change any of that just yet.
Yeah, no need. Other Jacob, Picket Fence, says Green Bubble. Chooks ain't getting beat with that money.
That's the other part. You're right. He did.
Yeah, we paid him a lot.
Deal. Was that last year, right? Was it last year? Yeah, last year he got the
He's getting
check.
paid double digits a year.
So absolutely, man. You're definitely, it's not a competition. If Dan Moore went over there, Dan Moore is the backup, because you're not going to have double digit, because he was getting, 10, right? It was like 10 or 11, something
More
like
than that.
Yeah. You're not going to sit that. Nah, that ain't happening, man. But other Jacob, man, I hope you aren't a green bubble like that, man. Come on, man. I was starting to like your picket fence, man. Now you green bubble. I don't know how I feel about your picket fence no more, man.
Next, Jonathan Conkey. Galaxy 8, I believe. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, the phone that blew up. It was like Galaxy Notebook or something notebook. I felt like it was something with a notebook. It was like Samsung Notebook, Galaxy Notebook. It was one of the but you could like flip it. Yeah, and it was like a big ordeal. They made like a big thing about it. It's supposed to be like, oh, it's better than an iPhone. Because it's like, oh, when iPhones get wet, everybody, oh, you got to get rice. So in the commercial, the dude phone goes, oh, I need some rice. The other dude phone goes, oh, man, nothing, just pick it up. Work just fine. Until it started blowing up on you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Road to the bank news. The Steelers are best at smoke screening. Watch them draft somebody at 17 who we thought they wouldn't take. I'm convinced.
Pass rushing.
It's the Steeler way.
It's going to be a linebacker. We know. They'll do it. I'm trying to think who else. What position we aren't thinking about really at 17?
Linebacker would be it.
That's the one. I don't know inside or outside. Probably outside. I think the talent is better in the first round at outside than it is at inside, but they'll mess around and do something like
Brian Branch maybe.
You think wide receiver? Because I think Branch should be there 32 personally.
I'm just saying I could see us taking Branch, and we're not really talking about him as much anymore ever since we brought in Keanu Neal.
Yeah.
Just because we like him. He's from Alabama. It'd probably work. He'd probably fit the defense.
He's from Bama. It always works.
Yeah. He'd be the guy, linebacker. We're not taking interior O-line, right? We're not at 17. We're just not.
We should be done. We should.
We're not taking it at all this draft.
We should be done. I don't want to see a guard
that
get
would
drafted.
be insanity.
I don't want to see a guard get drafted. We should be done.
Yeah, edge rusher, linebacker. That would be the play, I think.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised at Brian Branch? I don't think I'd be surprised, actually.
Yeah, that is.
I'd be more surprised at edge rusher or linebacker at 17.
If it's a rusher at 17, I'm
actually,
shocked.
Rusher specifically, because
Like
now the more I think of it, if they
rusher.
draft Drew Sanders at 17, I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
I might be surprised he's picked at 17.
I would think it's
not
a
that
little
we
high
wanted
for
him.
but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because I can't be surprised at receiver. We've been talking receiver a lot.
I'm not gonna be surprised if it's a tackle. I'm not gonna be surprised if it was Brian Branch. Any of the corners, I'm not surprised with. There wasn't a D line if it was Jalen Carter, but is it gonna surprise me if Jalen Carter was there at 17 and we drafted him?
No.
Nah. But if it's one of them rushers, yeah.
Because we're not going running back. Look, these would be These would be legitimately surprising, but these have a 0% chance of happening.
Right.
We're
not going running
Najee.
back.
Yeah, we're not replacing Najee with a running
We're not
back.
going quarterback. Anthony Richardson at 17. Like,
no, despite what
You know what I'm
TG
saying?
has
Like,
you believing.
nah.
No, we are not even considering it.
nah.
Those two positions. Tight end, I guess. Tight end. That would be surprising. But I could see them low-key doing it.
This is my issue. It would be surprising, but I would be over here feeling validated. Because I'd
be
be
loving
like,
it.
I've been calling for these daggone tight ends. I love the tight end move. I'll be over here banging the table. This is a great move, man. This is an excellent move. Yeah.
What else? Anything on the interior. Cannot be picking early. Cannot.
Yeah.
So I would be
Offense or
shocked.
defense. I don't want nothing.
But I don't even think that's a possibility. The ones that I think are possible, slight possibilities, but will be surprised, I would say edge rusher and tight end.
Yeah.
Am I missing a position?
I'm trying. I don't see.
D lineman at 17. Surprise factor. Is it there for you?
It depends on which guy it is. Because if it's Jalen Carter, that's not surprising to
Okay,
me.
it's not him, though. He gets picked
Okay, is it
at
Kalijah
7.
Cansey? I'll be surprised.
Okay,
I would be
I would
surprised.
too.
If it was Kalijah, I'd be surprised.
Who else is even being talked about going around there?
At 17?
Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness.
Okay.
He's another one.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. I
Yeah.
would be a little shocked.
But he still classifies like I put him in like that D line
But I
slash
think that's
edge
a,
rusher.
that's a weird move we'd
like,
make. That is a move we'd make, and I'd be a little
Yeah.
shocked at that.
Yeah.
So those would be the 3 that are possible.
I don't like this. I hope
With-
we
with
don't
the
do
shock
this.
factor
I don't
involved.
want to be shocked. I don't want to be shocked actually.
You'd be pumped about the tight end.
The
Like
tight end
if
one,
we
yes.
got Mayer or Kincaid
The
or
tight
something.
end one I would be pumped about. The edge rusher one I would not be. It would be torn. I would be pumped because I love pass rushers and I love some of these younger guys in this class. But I'll be torn because I know what it would do to Alex Highsmith and that money.
That's just
and
overkill.
And I'm just like I don't want us to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely overkill by doing that.
Yeah. But we overkill guard. We've done that.
Those
So
would be
we
the
know we will.
surprises.
Yeah.
Those would be like if we draft any of those 3 positions. I'm
Mhm.
like, what?
Yeah.
What? Then give me a day or
Mhm.
2. I'll have to think it through.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this could work. Maybe.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Now,
par-
Phantom
par for
TV
the
said
course.
that Jordan Addison, that would have been the one that would shock him if we were to take
I
him
don't
at
think I would be
17.
shocked.
Because the Pitt connection or Pitt to USC connection.
I wouldn't be shocked at receiver. No. Especially with how we did free agency.
Yeah.
We could use a third receiver. We could. Just flat out. And if Pickett's pounding the table for Addison, like he said,
Mm-hmm.
saying he's a hard worker, no nonsense, no drama, none of that,
Yeah.
bring him in. I think Tomlin and Kahn would listen to that type of stuff.
It's a strong possibility they would. Why wouldn't they? That's their quarterback, the face of the franchise now.
Right. Okay, who's that? Oh, that was what would happen? What would be the surprising thing?
Yeah. Was it road to
He's convinced
road to
that
the
the
bank
Steelers are
news.
just going to do something like that. Phantom TV says Christian Gonzalez makes sense because he wears 0. We're saving that number for him. That would be sick.
See, you know what?
That would be real
could
sick.
Work. Have we had a number 0 before? Nope. He'd be the first one.
I think way back when it was legal in like the 50s or whatever. But
so,
yeah. That'd be sick.
That would be hard. Yeah. I'd be down for that. I would definitely be down for that.
AJ Martinez has gifted 5 Arthur Moats memberships.
Man, salute you, AJ Martinez, being a dope individual, paying it forward. We greatly appreciate you.
Pittsburgh Toddy, 86. Troy Downs, Brian Quintanar, Dustin Klein, and Cesar Valdez were all gifted memberships.
And welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Each and every one of y'all, man. Welcome to the family. And shout out once again to you, AJ Martinez, man, for just being dope.
Road to the Bank News. One more question for y'all boys. If you guys were in the draft room, who would you be pushing to draft with our number 17 pick?
My biasness, I'm going JPJ, Joey Porter Jr. I tell this story and I'm going to keep saying it. I seen him when he was doing it on the front end, little high school whippersnapper, him and Lil Tomlin and the little homies and everybody out there running their little drills over there. And then we got a chance to see him going off to college at Penn State. We are not. And watch him go ahead and do his thing there. And now we get a chance to have a full circle of life. You feel me? We get a chance to see the young timer come. He had to leave to come back. It's like Simba. It's like watching Simba. He left. Now he's coming home. So I want to see that. I want the journey to be complete. And I know how much his daddy would love it too, man. His daddy would be hyped just for his little man to, not just make it to the league, but to come back to the squad. They gave him an opportunity where he won a Lombardi, where he became who he is, So to me, man, I'm just in for all of that. So I'm biased. So I'm just saying it like that. That's why I went at 17, baby.
I don't really have this big preference. Pick someone good.
Yeah, can never go wrong with that. Can never go wrong with that. Just pick somebody
Pick
good.
someone good at like the top 3 or 4 positions of need we've been talking about.
They're going to pick best available guard.
Like, there's probably 3 or 4 for each position. Like, receiver, take one of the top 3. Fine with it. Tackle, take one of those top 3. Fine with it. Feels maybe a little bit uneventful, but it is what it is. But up the trench is fine. We know the strategy the Steelers have been utilizing this whole free agency
Andy
period.
Weidl has brought to the table.
Who else have we been talking about? Corner. Yeah, if you draft one of the top 3 or 4 corners, fine. I'm fine with any of them. Gonzalez, Witherspoon, JPJ, or Deontay Banks. Good with that. Those are my options. I don't really know if I feel that strongly one way versus another. Although I will say this, in terms of positions, I would prefer corner at 1.
Okay.
And then maybe it's a debate between receiver and left tackle. I'd like to know how legitimate a possibility it is whoever we draft will get a legitimate chance to start over Dan Moore. That's what I would want to know. I just don't want to bring in someone that's going to compete and then lose the job.
I'm with you, man.
That's why I would maybe put receiver at 2.
I'm with you, man.
As crazy as it sounds. Now, inside linebacker, if you were telling me Drew Sanders or Trent Simpson, any of these dudes weren't going to make it past 17, then maybe I'd put them up there too.
Fair.
But I think you can get those guys at 32, so I don't think you got to bother with that at 17.
I definitely do too, man.
All right. Let's go UW. Now, Deke, would you be more upset over a guard or if they took Hooker at 17? I don't even think there's a debate to this one. I'd be losing my shit if we took Hooker at 17.
Why? He's sitting for the year. He has ACL. And we need
that
quarterback
would be
depth.
literally insane.
That's not good quarterback depth?
I might be calling for Collins' job if that happens.
Well, I'm missing it.
That's a terrible pick.
Is he not good depth? He wouldn't be a good backup quarterback?
Yeah, if you got him in like the 4th round.
Oh. But he's a first-round talent, though.
I don't care. We're not taking a quarterback.
Oh, all right.
We ain't taking any of these guys. We got our guy.
Okay,
The stupidest pick of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, if we took a guard, I'd be more happy about that than taking Hooker. I wouldn't be thrilled about taking a guard, but yeah, just any quarter. I'm not happy with taking any quarterback. That's the one position. Yes, I will lose my mind. I might need to buy you a new TV on draft night, actually, if that happens.
Hey, yo. Deke say, yo, stop playing with this quarterback talk, man.
Something like a flying
y'all
through your
leave
TV.
me alone. He's like, yo, leave me alone with this quarterback talk. Why y'all want to play with Deke today, man? Deke came in here on Happy Friday, Junior. He's just trying to vibe out, and y'all keep
RG3
playing with.
starts
you know
it
what
off
I'm saying?
giving
Like,
terrible
why y'all
takes.
keep
Now we
playing
got
with
this
Deke
dude.
with this quarterback?
Now we got let's go UW bringing up Hooker at 17.
I'm like, yo, if we won 7, how you going at 8, man? Come on, man. We trying to keep the peace over here.
I know he's
we
trolling,
trying
but
to keep the peace, baby.
he's getting my answer. I would be more mad about Hooker at 17. How about you?
Yep. I'm with him, man. Give us a guard. I will take the guard any day.
You could talk me into maybe you could play center.
I'll take the guard. Just not a quarterback right now. Please, not a quarterback right now. A year from now, we can talk all the quarterback we want to talk. Just not right now. Not right now. Okay, we're going to keep the peace. Woosah. Like the incense in here, man.
Hunter Harmon has joined the upper room.
Man, Hunter Harmon, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And we greatly appreciate your support, man, from the heart.
Richard Arbizo, did y'all ever talk about Kingsbury to SC? Shout out to Trina.
We did not, man. Shout out to Cliff, though. I didn't know if it was officially confirmed. I know they said it was rumored. That
This dude
he had
just
interest
keeps
in
living
it.
the life, huh?
Oh, of course. You know that. You already know that.
Failing upwards like it's nothing.
Look. And guess what? And guess what's going to happen? He's going to go there. Caleb Williams is going to do Caleb Williams things again. And you know what they're going to say? He hasn't lost. He's the quarterback whisperer. Look what this guy could do, man.
You think he goes back to head coach in college, maybe?
You already know he will. Cliff Kingsbury is going to go to USC. Who's the USC starting quarterback? Caleb freaking Williams. We all know this. We know how this story goes, man. It ain't. Yeah, we know how this story goes.
No pressure on
bro.
him either.
We know.
It's all upside for. There's literally no pressure on him.
Zero pressure, and he's gonna be perfect out there. Perfect California vibes too. You, Kingsbury and Cali. Remember, Kingsbury was the one who hit us on virtual draft night. Poolside. Remember that? We was like, bro, he drippy with the bed, the little. It's like, yo, what is this? So that's how the young coach gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how he drafting Kyler Murray like this. I'm like, yo, that man different, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he pulls this off.
It's craziness, bro. Craziness, man.
Justin Gordon, yo, Moats, is no news good news on Bud?
That's an interesting question. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping no news means he hasn't signed anywhere else just yet. But yeah, the longer this thing goes, potentially, then I'm not. No, because the scenario we talked about that, right? Bud is definitely in that class of he's gonna get paid, regardless if he's getting it before the draft or after the draft. Bud is one of those players who is good enough and has shown he's good enough that a team will still save some millions for him in August, early September to pay him, to come in there and be a pass rusher and stuff like that. We're just hoping that the longer this goes, potentially for him, he gets a little antsy and he's like, I'm tired of waiting. I don't like the numbers that I'm hearing from other people. I'm going to go and do this instead. I'm going to take the 1 year, rebuild the market. We already know that there's some type of interest and at least some type of offer was made because we wouldn't have brought him in if we did not have full intentions on signing him. That's how it usually works when they bring you in for the visit, the official visit like that. You usually want that dude to sign. You're going to have some type of contract talk. You're going to have some type of offer placed out there. And then from there, that player decides if they like the offer and they want to stay or if they're going to leave. And the majority of the times in those convos, the team tells you, man, this deal is here for you here. Once you leave, though, that deal is no longer just your deal. That deal goes to whoever else we like. Now, if you don't have anybody else that comes in to take it, well, it's going to stay on the table for you. And in our case, it has been staying on the table. Now, hopefully, we cleared up his number. So hopefully,
I guess that's the thing we really didn't talk about with Jameer Jones.
So hopefully, we were just waiting for that to happen. So Odell came back to the AFC North on Easter Sunday. Bud can come back on Orthodox Easter Sunday. The only reason I know it's Orthodox Easter Sunday is because my iPhone, Android users, my iPhone tells me that it's Orthodox Easter Sunday on Sunday. So that's how we could do it, okay? Odell brought back to the AFC North on regular Easter Sunday. Now we'll get Bud come back to the AFC North on Orthodox Easter Sunday. How about that? How you like them apples?
Bud, you think that's a little stipulation he wants? I need my number back.
I think he likes his number a lot, actually. I think he likes his number a real lot. So when I think about it, We need to just. Donald Copeland brought up a good idea. Donald Copeland says, feel like we should just flood Bud's IG. Part of me does feel like we need to do that, but then I'm always like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. But then I'm always like, yo, we need to just do that. Like, yo, Bud, come home, Bud. Come home. But it's like, no, we're going to chill on him. We're going to chill on him.
Yeah, so maybe the Jameer Jones signing means a little bit more.
So, you know what I mean?
Like, I didn't even think about that. I forgot about the number.
They put him in the front. So they said, Jameer, what number you were again? Hey, I know we just brought you back home, but can you take a ride with us real quick? We're just going to go around the corner. We're not going
so that
far,
was,
just
didn't
right
Rod
there.
Dollars ask this yesterday? What's the difference between him and Chappelle Russell? That's the difference. He was wearing 48.
Chappelle don't wear 48, baby. Chappelle did not wear 48. That's a big difference, baby. Mm-hmm. They put that man in that front seat, Joe around that corner, came back and said, Bud, don't mind that red stuff. We're going to get that up off of that 8. Don't worry about that. Mm-hmm.
Sean McCartney, when I hear people talk Gonzalez, I think about when TG talks about AR, but he's athletic. Not 100% saying Gonzalez is bad, but I want consistency in the first round rather than a raw project. I feel like he's the most developed corner now.
Yeah. To me, I get what you're saying. I don't feel like Gonzalez falls in that category all the way. Gonzalez was productive. That's the thing. You watch Gonzalez, man, you can just cut on game. And he was a productive player. He could tackle. He was physical. I thought, displayed the most consistency in terms of getting in phase down the yard when the ball's up in the air. 20, 30 yards down the field, balls in the air, getting in phase, meaning getting his body, right? His back on that receiver's chest and getting his head around. And now he has body on receiver so he can feel him. So there's no separation. And at the same time, getting his head around so he's tracking the ball. And also having the ball skills to go up and get interceptions. To me, I didn't see another corner in this class doing it like that on that type of level of consistency. This dude's footwork, hips, technique, to me, were top of the line. So that's why I love the Christian Gonzalez vibe. I've already talked about that before. He's like Darius Slay type. He's that Darrell Reeves type. You know what I mean? That's a true follow that around, man-to-man. Devin Witherspoon, to me, has a little bit more of, he's nice too, but he has a little bit more of the just crazy, raw, just ability. But I still feel like he can be a little bit better fundamentally sound in terms of his tackling. Definitely. I think he could wrap up a lot more because he's a big hitter. He will fire that gun on you. But sometimes I don't feel like he's as fundamentally sound. But with Gonzalez, man, he has the technique to go with it.
Keegan Short, shout out to Moats' book. Just bought a copy.
Oh, man, salute
today.
You, man. I appreciate you from
and
the heart.
their first super chat.
Man, let's go, Keegan, and I hope you enjoy it, man. From the heart. Anybody else looking for a copy? MoatsTheory.com, man. Shout out to the book, though, man. Shout out.
AJ Martinez says, X Concepts 1, hope you are great. I was asked last week by a friend, what's your dream? I said, I'm living it. Everyone is healthy and happy. Number 7.
Man, ain't that the truth? Come on now. Health is wealth, man. Believe that.
Yeah, AJ dropping some positivity here. Mm-hmm. Google East, those green text bubbles make me nauseous.
Seriously, man. Like, what are you doing? Don't text me if your phone's green. If you have the green, get it out.
And that is it for the Super Chats.
Alrighty. Man. Well, this is an interesting situation we are in right now.
Cooked a little bit.
We definitely cooked. I didn't realize we was cooking like that. So what we'll do is this, man. We can skip mail. We'll save mail for Monday.
Okay.
Save mail for Monday. We're going to tap into your fan mocks first, and then we do want to get these phone lines open, man, because we do want to hear from y'all guys, man. See what y'all got to say. Who y'all would take as Sam team. But we do want to do our due diligence in terms of some of these PFF mocks, because we do know that they do charge y'all, some of y'all, man, in terms of like the premium membership. So when y'all have been sending them in, I'm like, yeah, we're going to make sure that we talk about this if y'all paying for a membership and stuff like that, man. Just because, got to. They changed it up. That's crazy, bro. Craziness. But with that being the case, it's time to talk a little fan mock draft, baby. So hit that like button on the front end of the fan mock draft conversation. Subscribe if you have not done so. I don't know why I got to keep saying that, but I think you're supposed to do that because you do.
People should already be subscribed anyway.
That's what I'm saying, right? Y'all supposed to be subscribed already. But tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, all right? So, yeah. But fan mock draft time, all right? And I'm going to give you the heads up because some of these mocks contain a lot of movement. I'm going to have to remove this label that says Fan Mock Draft is really nice. It's really pretty. We're going to have to take it down because all these mocks ain't going to fit on the screen. And I ain't want y'all to feel like y'all was blind not being able to see. All right. So, first mock we will talk about today is from Christopher Furman. Shout out to you, Christopher, man, from the heart. We appreciate you tapping in with us, man. But, and this is what I'm saying. My man got, you know what I'm saying, got that little print over here, man. All right. Pull up my bigger version.
2 trades.
Yeah, he was getting exotic on this, man. I like when you get exotic though, every once in a while. Oh, all right, is this the no? There we go. All righty. So when you're talking with Christopher Furman, Christopher started the draft out trading out of that 17 spot, man. He said, I'm going to go back a little bit, man. So he hollered at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, traded back from 17 and picked up the 19th overall spot and then grabbed an additional third-round pick, the 82nd overall. And then from there at 19 overall, he went Anton Harrison, tackle out of Oklahoma. At 32 overall, you know I love this one, Darnell Washington, the tight end out of Georgia. Then at 49, Clark Phillips III, the speedy corner from Utah. At pick 80, one of my favorite linebackers in the class right now, DeMarvion Overshown. Definitely like that. Ooh, got a little pass rusher at 89, KJ Henry. And then, before he got to 89, we had a trade. Because we was sitting at 82 because obviously that's what he had got with the initial trade back out of the first round or from 17 to 19. So he traded that 82nd pick to go back to 89 and then picked up an additional 4th round pick, 128th overall. So from there, at pick 120, he went with Josh Dobbs' cousin. But like we said yesterday, that doesn't matter because Josh isn't retired and he's no longer on the roster right now. But we went Parker Washington. Shout out to him, wide receiver from Penn State. Then at 128, the big, strong D lineman from Texas, Keandre Coburn. And then after that, man, at safety, 234, held to Pitt, Brandon Hill. And then at 241, you must really love this guy to go center for your last pick in the draft. But he went with Brett Nilon out of USC. Shout out to Brett, too, by the way, man. Initial thoughts, though. Deke.
A lot of action.
Yes.
A lot of good players being picked up, too, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of good players. Did we have to go Darnell Washington at pick 32?
Oh, no, don't tell me you ain't feeling the Darnell. You not feeling the Darnell.
Oh, man, I don't mind this at all. I like the trades. Maybe we've just pick some different players. Like, I like Clark Phillips. I think he could fill in real nicely in the slot for us.
Clark, real nice.
Could we have got him in the 3rd round?
That is the question, though.
Could we have got like a Julius Brents in that round 2? Could we have got like a JPJ at 19 potentially? At 32, could we got Sanders? I just maybe would have made different picks, but as it is, it's still a good draft. Like, I would not hate this draft at all.
I'm over
even Harrison going 1. I know I'm not the biggest fan of that because we talked about drafting left tackle, or are they just going to compete with Dan Moore? Feels a little bit of waste in the first year if we're going to do that. But still, like, from top to bottom, we hit on everything. It's just where we hit on it. It's in different rounds. Like, we finally got a receiver in round 4. We got our athletic linebacker instead of it being a Drew Sanders or Trenton Simpson in round 2. It was DeMarvion Overshown in round 3, which I'm fine with too. There's a lot of good players in this draft. Yeah,
it was some movement here, man. So obviously, you know, that part always shocks me at first. Like, whoa, got some trades here, man. But now I like the players though, man. Anton Harrison was the one where I felt like a little bit high. But if you say it was a run on the tackles, man, and you wanted to get you one of those guys to solidify that you got one of the top guys, the top 5 type of tackles, then I don't hate the Anton Harrison move. You know, I'm a Darnell Washington fan, so I do like that pickup. I think it not only helps you in the pass game, but it's going to really upgrade you in the run game because of his blocking. Clark Phillips, you got some slide action. DeMarvion Overshown is the athlete at linebacker that we need. He offsets Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts. KJ Henry, I like this. I like this. This one of them like sneaky picks right here, man. The KJ Henry in the 3rd, I do like this a lot, man. I think that does give you some good value in that outside linebacker room. And just another productive player too, man. He was another guy that, you know, when you watch him, and the Steelers, they showed some good interest in him too. I want to say, yeah, down in his pro day, like him.
We've definitely been having our eyes on Clemson. Man.
Yeah, he was one of those dudes. So definitely like him. Parker Washington, good player. Can't hate that. Yeah, I like this one.
Coburn's just like that big hoss that you
what?
bring in.
He just strong, bro. Like
he's huge. If I can remember correctly, right?
No, that was the one.
We've definitely looked at him in the past.
Because I remember watching him versus Bama, and it was like every time they tried to run away from him, man, this dude could just go get it. But then you try to run at him, he ragdolling guys. Like, yeah.
Brandon Hill, you're probably getting a steal there in round 7. Don't know if he's actually going to be there when the real draft comes around, and then you get your backup center.
Absolutely, can't go wrong with that. Man.
It is a good draft.
I like this one.
It's a fine draft. Yeah. I love the trades in particular,
which was weird.
Getting
for me,
all the added
I'm not
depth.
A trade guy, but this was straight.
I just maybe would have picked it a little differently. That's all.
Yeah. I like it,
but I would not hate this if the board plays out this way. I would not hate that.
I definitely like that one, man. All right. Well, shout out to you, Christopher Furman. Shout out to you. All right, now let's spin the block one time, man. We got the homie Mike Hood. Now, Mike's mock did not contain a whole bunch of trades and stuff, so it fits. So I'm going to put the graphic back up there so it can look cool. How about that? But what good old Mike Hood did was he went JPJ, first round at 17 overall. DeJuan Jones at 32. Love this pick at 49. Deion Henley, rangy linebacker from Washington State. Then at 80 went with little TJ Watt / little brother to Nate, Nick Herbig. 120 Anthony Johnson Jr., safety out of Iowa State. Then from there at the 234, Jordan McFadden, tackle out of Clemson. And then at 241, the big boy nose tackle, interior D lineman Jonah Tavai out of San Diego State.
I want to hear the explanation for DeJuan Jones, or whenever I also see other mocks taking Darnell Wright.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the explanation. Are they trading Chooks?
I've seen people literally talk about the Chooks like player as a guy that you could potentially replace. Like, if you really feel like Darnell Wright is your guy, Darnell Wright comes and he can upgrade your Chooks. That's how some people are talking about those dudes, or how some people look at Chooks, which I don't personally agree with.
What are we getting for Chooks, too?
You should still get something good for Chooks if you trade him.
I don't know with that contract.
Still plays a premier position, bro. You don't, like, when you're talking, like, offensive linemen, you're talking tackles, we're talking big men that can dance.
Like, we're not getting a first or second rounder there for him.
Probably not. I think a third at worst, though. Because he's a big man that can move. He's a big guy that can pass. Like, he can pass block, bro. And you got to be able to pass block in this league.
So you're just getting younger and cheaper and potentially better if we really like those guys, like a DeJuan Jones.
Either potentially better or potentially worse. Because at least we said with Chooks, we know what he is. We've seen linemen in these past couple of years. We know it's not a guarantee that they're going to come in here and actually be good.
Should be better in run blocking, at least, with these guys.
Yeah. But it depends on what you want to, what's your give and take.
And
do you substitute pass blocking for run blocking early on?
No, not necessarily. I was just going to say, based off the linemen we have brought in free agency, it seems like we are leaning just being a mauler and being able to run block with authority. See, man, I like this draft outside of the DeJuan Jones pick.
Well, if you're
Make
trying
that Drew
to change it to that,
we got Henley. I was gonna say
right,
Drew. Henley's. I like Henley. I really do.
Nice. Yeah.
He's probably like in my top 3.
Yeah, Henley's
top
nice,
3 or
bro.
4 of the linebackers. He's good. He's athletic.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? He was former
wide receiver.
He was former something on offense.
Yeah, he's nice. I like him.
And what's good too is he didn't test that well at the combine, so people are just gonna look at that and say, "Oh, he ran a 4.5. It's not a 4.4."
Bro, that tape hot. That tape is so hot.
Yeah, he's good. Herbig, you got your edge rusher, your third edge rusher there.
Man, that little TJ.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
And low key though, Nick, man, I think he could do more than just be an edge rusher too.
Little rover.
You could definitely have him rover around. He could definitely cut. He's athletic enough, man. You could watch it. You could see it.
I don't even know if this Anthony Johnson Jr. dude exists. I can't find a single highlight on him.
So I found him. It was a lot of work getting him, though. There's no highlights on him, bro. The way I found him, I had to go pull up Iowa State's roster to get the numerical, like his number. And then I couldn't even find Iowa State defense only or Iowa State full games. They didn't even have that available, bro. I had to go find like the condensed version games and put together like 2 or 3 because they only show like 2 series on defense at a time, and then they'll wait, and then it'll be like 2 more series. So, yeah. But I did finally find this kid, man. I did finally find him.
I think we need some highlights out there if we're taking him in round 4, no?
I am with you, bro.
Would he have been there in the 7th?
I would say this. Anthony Johnson, they played him mainly in the middle of the field. He was a like true free safety. I thought he could tackle well in terms of filling the alley. Didn't always take the best angles. I didn't see a ton of him getting thrown at, but I did think that he moved well. He had good size on him too, but I thought he moved well in space and stuff like that. But he did. I thought his vision was good in terms of filling the alleys on some of those perimeter plays. We had to get out there and make tackles. But like I said, didn't see him get challenged a ton throwing the ball. But like I said, just trying to find him, bro, was tough. It was very tough, man.
So whose draft is this? Is this Mike Hood's?
Yes.
So he says in the comments, Deke, don't forget I'm a Buckeye.
Oh, Ohio State.
So that's the Ohio State connection. Now, I am curious, though. What do you think of DeJuan Jones? You see him moving to left tackle? What are you doing with Chooks? So I'd be curious at his explanation for this. Because he got to see DeJuan Jones every game then, if he's an Ohio State fan.
Me or are you asking him?
No, him. So, maybe
okay.
he'll respond at some point. We could check the chat in a little bit.
No, and DeJuan's like the big freak athlete, too. That's the one thing that people love about DeJuan. Because, like, how massive he is.
Yeah.
Like, people love that about him, man. But he's a true road grader. It's almost like the Zach Banner vibe. Like when Zach was coming out, like big body road graders.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Porter pick. I like the Henley pick. I don't hate the DeJuan Jones, but I just don't understand it, really.
I do like the fact that he gave me the double dip on tackles, though. DeJuan Jones and then turning around and going Jordan McFadden.
Now, McFadden...
Get your swing dude at the end of this thing.
The case against him is he's just kind of undersized.
Yeah.
He's big, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big-time starter at Clemson. I think he started like the last 30 or 40 games for them. So he's just that guy you're bringing in for depth.
I'm like, use my swing tackle.
Yeah.
Swing tackle early on, try to get you as my extra offensive lineman. Yeah.
I couldn't find anything on this San Diego State player either in terms of
It was another
taper
one
highlights.
of those ones where you had to deep go through the back channels. Good player. I like his hand placement. Thought he, if I remember correctly, I thought he moved decently. To me, though, he's definitely more of like your true nose tackles type, though, man. Like, I don't like him over Siaki Ika. Like, poor man's version of that, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, this ain't bad. This ain't bad.
Henley, nice. I like the Henley Herbig. I like that a lot. The Henley Herbig JPJ, I feel good. I feel really good. DeJuan Jones, man, we're gonna be bullies up front.
Can we get Zay Flowers at 32? That would make this a really damn good draft.
Yeah,
and then just roll with Dan Moore and Chooks, I guess.
Yeah, that's the DeJuan one. It's like, man, I don't hate it if you went DeJuan. Like I said, we building a bully up front, but it still doesn't take away the issue that we had on the offensive line, which would still technically be the Dan Moore scenario.
Mike Hood says he's athletic, and I think he could move.
Okay.
I guess compete with Dan Moore then.
All right. I like it then. I like it. Excuse me. Shout out to Mike Hood right there, man. Shout out to Mike Hood. All right. Now, I've got to drop this topic thing again because this next one came from...
This one's crazy.
This came from a goodie, you know, somebody we're familiar with. I am Pat Fryermuth. Shout out to I am Pat Fryermuth. So as y'all can see, I am Pat Fryermuth got a lot of moving. Yes, he does. So, with that, oh, no, I didn't blow him screen up. I don't do that now. There we go. All right, move. To start it out, he trades the 17th overall selection and our second round pick, 49th overall selection, to move up to the 9th overall spot, along with getting an additional 4th rounder, 103, another 4th rounder, 133, and 2 5th round picks, 136 and 148. So we moved up in the first round and then picked up 2 additional 4ths and 2 additional 5ths for essentially our 1st and 2nd round pick.
There's no way they're accepting this trade.
I was thinking the same. That is a lot of capital for what we gave up.
We're getting
there,
a
bro.
Steal, I feel like.
Yeah, we fleeced the heck
we're
out
getting
of them, man.
we're getting extra picks back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see why we would get the 4th and the 2/4 and 2/5 back, that seems like a lot. But you know what they say, a fool is born every day. Okay, so this
is the mock he sent in,
and this is Chicago.
This is his multiverse.
This is Chicago. We know Chicago hasn't displayed the best judgment in their trading. Okay, but maybe they won't correct that anytime soon. We'll just leave it at that.
They're saying he forced the trade.
Some people say they forced the Claypool trade too. You catch my drift? So we're just going to leave it at that, man. But with this trade being accepted, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And 9 overall, he went Paris Johnson. I love the aggression. If you're gonna go up and you say this is the guy you want, go get him. Go get him. So I like that. Paris Johnson, no knock right there. Good to go at 32. He got for Deke right here, went with Jordan Addison.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Then at 80, he took the high-end flyer, Garrett Williams. We know he's elite talent, but we know he's also coming off of the ACL that he tore in October. So with him, like I said, man, more so just the take a flyer on a high-end talent, but you're getting him in the 3rd round. But then I like the fact that you come back at 103 and get Travius Hodges-Tomlinson, on that one. So that way, regardless of if Garrett is ready or not, you still have a high-quality player or somebody that could potentially give you that 4th corner, or you might even bump it and challenge that thing to challenge Mallette in terms of slot for some of those reps as well. Noah Sewell. You need some physicality. Noah Sewell is the guy. 120, I like this move right here, man. Love how he plays the game. Physical, blitz, sideline enough. He sidelined to sideline in a Cole Holcomb, a Landon Roberts type way, not in a Drew Sanders, Deion Henley, or Trenton Simpson type way. But still really good player. Jair Brown, physical safety, will hit you in the mouth. I like that. Juice Scruggs, get you a little center action. Definitely like that at 136.
Great name, too. I mean,
shout out to Juice, right? Shout out to
Juice.
Juice.
It's a great name.
Shout out to Juice. Then he gives me a little pass rush action, man. 148, one with Jose Ramirez, man. He don't look crazy tall, but he rushed like he 6'6" when I watch him run. I'm like, bro, why you taking long strides like that, man? But shout out to Jose Ramirez. And then from there at 234, he's going with the new version of Ulysses Gilbert, Mark Robinson type. Safety, Marte Mapu out of Sacramento State. Plays safety at Sacramento State, but plays linebacker as well. Was doing some of that at the, he was Senior Bowl, if I remember correctly. Playing some of it there, man. But definitely has that ranginess about him, man, where they try to play him in the box. More so as a will linebacker from what I was seeing, or apex, kind of like what they were doing with Trenton Simpson down in Clemson. But I'm sure not a lot of people watching a ton of Sacramento State tape. So just throwing that out there. And then obviously at 241, my man went with Jonah Tavi out of San Diego State. We just talked about him on the previous mock. So Deke, how you feeling about this situation, man?
Well, we got the next Fred Warner in round 7 in Marty Mapu.
That's what they saying, bro. That's definitely who they comp him to.
I feel like that's a great pick.
That's who they comp him to, man. I said that's a lot to put on that guy, but that's
no way the Bears are doing this trade. But let's go off the premise that they do, and these are the picks that we have. First 2 cool. Paris Johnson, Jordan Addison. Dressed corner by drafting a couple and almost just hoping at least one of these dudes work out long-term for us. Garrett Williams, you're right, with the high upside. Maybe would go a round earlier if he was healthy. We get him at a value in round 3. This dude out of TCU, you're right, might be able to compete in the slot with Mallette right away. Mm-hmm. Very physical corner. I don't like the Noah Sewell pick. I'm just going to be straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want someone a little bit more athletic.
Okay.
Jair Brown, if that's how you pronounce his name, he's a little bit of a ball hawk.
Mm-hmm.
He almost plays like a savvy veteran back there.
Yeah, he could play, man. I like his game.
I don't mind that. Same with Drew Scruggs. You got your backup center right there. And I already brought up Marty Mapu. He's being referred to as the next Fred Warner, has all this upside and everything, which is cool, especially when you're talking the 7th round. But also the Jose Ramirez pick. I like those 2 guys as late round sleepers out of small schools, because Ramirez was really productive at college.
He was. He could rush, though. He could definitely rush.
Yeah, he looked good. And again, I couldn't find anything on Jonah. So Cool. We got another D lineman in there.
It's just like I said, when I watch Jose, man, like he runs like he's like a long guy. But I'm like, bro, man, I want to see that thing be more choppy, more explosive, man, getting in and out of it. But I think that's how he is as a player. But he's a good player, though. I like his game, though, man. So which mock do you like?
I still haven't found the perfect mock.
Everyone, nice.
There's one little detail I want to change.
The Mike Hood one was fire.
What do you think of it?
I like this one. I do. I just don't think it's realistic because of the trade part. That's the part that
I do want this Marty Mapu guy for sure in round 7.
Yeah, because he's nice.
You know how everyone brought up, we're going to take Connor Hayward in round 7 last year. That's who Marty Mapu. That's who I want in round 7. After watching some of his stuff, I'm like, just take him for the straight upside. Like I don't know if this is going to translate because he played at Sacramento State, but if it does, it would be an absolute steal.
I like him. I like his game, man.
Because apparently he did good at the Senior Bowl.
No,
too.
He did. He definitely did.
Like he did good against higher competition than what he was actually playing in college.
That is the fun part about some of these mocks, though. Y'all introduce us sometimes to players that might not be on our radar, whether you intentionally knew about Marty Mapu or if you just found out about him because he was the only player remaining at that particular time, you know? Yeah. But either way, man, sometimes it does put these guys on our radar, and we're like, bro, actually, this is somebody, man, that does, have a little interesting or a little bit of intrigue to them. So, yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at these again.
All right. Let me pull him back up. So that's... man. I like Mike Hoods a lot. He's the one who did JPJ, DeJuan Jones,
again,
Deion
just
Henry.
Trade out DeJuan Jones, maybe, for, like, Zay Flowers.
I like that one a lot.
I love the picks. I love the depth and how we hit like every position in need. And who's the one that took Anton Harrison?
That was Christopher Furman.
I just think I would have shuffled it a little bit differently. And I don't know if Darnell Washington at 32 is the wisest thing. It doesn't kill you, but we've gotten something else there. And then the last one, same thing. I would just make different picks after round 1 and round 2. Yeah. There's some good depth guys I like, though.
I like it.
There's some good depth guys. Yeah. I like the Mapu. I mean, if my biggest hate on this last one is Noah Sewell, I guess that's not a bad thing. It's round 4. Yeah. We just don't have our supposedly, not because no picks are guaranteed, but our supposedly guaranteed CB1 for the future in this one. Damn. I guess we don't in the one with Anton Harrison either because we picked Clark Phillips.
Technically we don't.
Joey Porter. Wow. Do I have to go Joey Porter Jr. one then?
That's the one I like.
Damn, I like Paris Johnson and Jordan Addison though. Like that's tough
a dope
to beat.
Combo. That is.
I think you're right. I like the one with Henley and JPJ. Swap out DeJuan Jones and give me a receiver there. I would really like that.
Respect.
And maybe give me someone else other than Anthony Johnson Jr., someone that actually has a highlight out there on YouTube.
I like somebody that actually has a highlight on YouTube. Jeez.
Something I can actually see.
Yeah, because I was dead serious over here like, bruh, why is this so hard to find this kid, man?
Yeah, I'll go Mike Hood.
Yeah, respect there. Respect.
AJ Martinez just dropped a C-note.
Huh?
He says, for the culture and have a great weekend, all.
Whoa. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, AJ Martinez. Just wanted to let y'all know this is Thursday, AJ Martinez. Holy cow. Man, salute you. Have a great weekend as well. Oh, jeez. Yay. Mamma mia, mamma mia. All right. That's how your boy, jeez. He said, man, hold on now. Don't, just in case y'all forgot. Wait a minute. Boom. Respect, man. Respect. All right. Well, if you are ready then, man.
Oh, we got the phone lines.
Yes, we do. Man, AJ done turned up for the culture. For real, boy. Whew, and I got cooked dinner tonight. Lord.
You want me to read some of these super chats real quick before?
Yes, please.
Sean McCartney, he's still talking about Christian Gonzalez. He was productive for one season. Still has a higher passer rating against him. Again, I'll trust the Steelers front office, but I wouldn't trade up.
Respect. And that is another thing with Gonzalez. He did transfer from Colorado, so we have to also take that into context. I'm speaking specifically
that wasn't
on his
Colorado.
Oregon tape. Yeah, we ain't talking. I ain't checked Prime.
Imagine if he was in Colorado with Prime.
It's different. Whew. That'd be fire.
And then Kenneth Moses gives us support. Sean McCartney.
Let's go. Shout out to Kenneth Moses, man.
Comes back and says, until I see the Steelers call his name in the draft, I'll see him as overrated. But if Con and Tomlin give him the thumbs up, can't say nothing.
Hey, man, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with that, baby.
It is an easy cop-out for Steeler fans right now that you could just say, hey, trust the front office with the picks. But I do think the Steelers organization has, particularly under the Con era right now, they have earned that benefit of the doubt so far. That whatever you pick, I'm going to trust because normally it kind of works out.
All right. You haven't heard us just yet, so all good, all good. But, man, salute y'all, man. Salute y'all, man. This has been a vibe today. And like I said, man, we do want to hear from y'all. We want to see how y'all want to handle the 17th overall selection, because it's less about us. We're going to turn it over to y'all today. Player to end the day's show. So the number to dial
I didn't see official momentum in the chat today.
You right. I don't know, bro. Where he at, man?
This is his time.
The digits to dial are 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. Let's talk about it, baby. We got to talk about it. Okay?
2 weeks away. That's what people are saying.
What are you doing at 17? What are you doing? And talk to me nicely. Police.
I'll read some of these off before we get a call. Miles Kalish says, Deke, is Zay Flowers your preferred pick if the top 3 cornerbacks are gone?
Oh, we got action.
We got a call? It's a great question. I'll get back to you at some point.
Hello.
Hello, Hail to Pitt. It's Yoli. Yo Young.
Man, what is up, Yo Young? How are you doing over on your side, man? Oh, no. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, that was a party foul on me.
Did we lose him?
Major party foul on me, bro. Absolutely. That was on me. I hit the wrong button.
Damn.
+175.
Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with, baby?
Hey, man, I've missed y'all. It's the Bro Barian.
Man, what is up, Bro Barian? What is up? How are you doing, man?
Hey, pretty good. One thing I want to say is, how can I put this? I like my Android. Just throwing it out there. There's security professional who work with the military that's doing our country great because I love this country. I work with my Android. Moving on, and I love my PlayStation. We can keep on talking about this all you want, but I think we should stick with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's do this.
Let's hear it.
Love you, Deke.
Let's go.
What are we doing at 17?
Oh.
You there?
You yours? So how you feeling? How you feeling about at 17? What move you going with? What you doing there?
Hey, here's the deal, man. No matter what's going on, we've always had that X factor in offense. It go from. I'm definitely going for it. We get that Jordan Addison.
Oh,
I'm down. Oh, that other receiver you guys.
Barbarian's a Pickett guy
there
too.
is no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a Pickett guy. I'm a Steeler guy. So if it's Big Ben Pickett. Even Mark Malone. I'm just joking. Okay. Anyway, but hey, we got to have that X factor guy that just pulls something out of his tail and keeps us in the game. Santonio Holmes, Hines Ward. We got to have that deal, and those type of guys are what we're missing. Yeah, we love DJ. We love what Pickett is bringing to the table, but that guy that can just make people just like, oh my gosh, he did it again. We need that on offense. Everything else can come to play afterwards.
I like it.
I'm not. Trust me, you know me. I'm not hating on the Addison pick. I will be all for it. Any thoughts on Zay Flowers?
Yeah. Well, he would be second. If I would say this, I would be happy with Zay Flowers. Definitely does remind me of Mr. 84. I'm not gonna lie. He is a little special, and I like him. Yeah, I had to look at the highlights that you guys were talking about, and I had him on DraftKings when he played in college. So I do like his.
Hey, shout out to DraftKings too, man. Shout out to DraftKings.
I just like. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said that. I like the connection that Addison has with Pickens. However, if he gets picked up by somebody, I can see us getting Flowers. But I pick the connection over Flowers because there's something to be had with playing somebody that knows your little idiosyncrasies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's like playing with your little brother or something like that. They just know. You just know each other too well.
Absolutely.
And it's really hard to replace that. So that's my deal.
I like it.
You know, what else you guys got? I'm ready.
So you don't want to risk either them falling to 32. You just want to get it done and out of the way at 17.
Yeah. You know what?
They all should be there at
think,
17. No,
Right. I feel like they should.
Us picking somebody else and freaking Addison ended up on the Ravens or somebody. I would be really mad about that.
You bring up a good point. Yeah, I can see that.
or the Bills.
Chill. Why has it got to be the Bills? Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Hey, I give you the respect, bro. I know you're a Steelers fan. You just got them secondary because they gave you your first start. I'm not going to mess with you on that.
I appreciate that. And see, I like your Android. Okay, I don't like anyone else saying I like yours though. There, see, that's
oh yeah,
that's
and
growth.
guess what? I use the Android to make this call.
Oh Lord! Hey man, we always appreciate you, baby. You know that, man.
All right, God bless you all. Stan Claire, AJ Martinez, and the rest of the gang. Steeler forever.
There it is. There it is. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Man, let's go. Man, I'm low-key mad I done hung up on accident on you, Young. I wanted to hear from him too, bruh.
Well, he says Moats hung up because I'm full-blooded.
Oh, now you gonna talk crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. I always get I knew it, man. I knew it. All right, who's calling it? I'm gonna link your number next time. No, I'm playing. Talk to me, man. Who we on the hotline with today, baby?
Hey, it's other Jacob, as I'm known by in the chat.
Man, what's
the
up,
word?
other Jacob? How you living over your side, man?
Pretty good. I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona, so I know Moats is a little familiar with that.
Yeah.
Shout out Deke. I know we don't talk to you that much in the chat, but big shout out.
There
Thanks,
it
bro.
is. There it is. And shout out to Phoenix too, man. All right. But how you feeling, other Jacob? What you doing at the 17th overall spot? You are the official GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers now.
I can't see Mike Tomlin and the Steelers doing anything other than JPJ
There it is.
at 17 if he's there.
There
Like
it is.
You know, it's the Steelers way. That family connection. He's worth the 17th pick. We got the family connection. We need a lockdown for Peterson to mentor. It just makes the most sense. It's almost like Najee last year. 2 years ago, Kenny the year before. It just makes the most sense.
No, you bring up a good point, though. We don't got to overthink it. JPJ at 17, he makes a ton of sense. He feels the need, and the talent is definitely there. I don't hate it, man. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think most people can
I'm
see it
with you
happening.
there.
I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
you're wrong.
I'm about to say.
The only other person that I would be okay with is I'm with Deke and the last caller. I think Addison at 17 would be a great pick for us.
just
It'd
do
be
it.
exciting going
Get it
into the
done.
offense next year with Addison.
People would
I
go
said this
crazy
before,
about it.
right?
Yeah,
You did the Jamar Chase, the
yeah.
Burrow thing. They were both teammates at LSU, but they went from LSU to Cincy.
Yeah, they would
This is
definitely sell
literally
it like that, though.
Pittsburgh to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
they
they would
both
sell
went
it
to
like
Pitt,
that.
and now they're playing for the Steelers together. You heard Addison's voice
Yep.
whenever they asked him at those. Were they combine meetings? No.
Yeah, no.
What were they?
he was
There was some
speaking.
type of.
He
They
was-
were draft
yeah.
something. Yeah. They interviewed him and they're asking about the Steelers, this and that. He's like, "Come get me!" Like,
Yeah.
I mean, his smile was cheek to cheek. He was pumped up. I think he would really want to play with Kenny.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
That's probably
You
why he
remember?
committed to go
Come
to
get
Pitt.
me.
You know, come. Oh, hey,
That's what he
you
said.
right. That's how it all starts too. Come get me, man. Come get me. I like that. Other Jacob, man, you keep enjoying that beautiful Phoenix weather out there, and hopefully, y'all guys, Chris Paul and KD and company, man, take care of business. All right.
Well, I'm a Celtics fan, but I hope we
even
see them in
better.
the finals. I think
Let's
it'll be
go.
a good matchup.
Now,
But
see,
still,
now,
I feel you. Yeah.
Now, other Jacob, you had me until you threw that in at the end. You hope to see them in the finals. Whoa. We know who's coming out of the West to go to the finals. So you can be a Celtics fan.
the Lakers got a good chance.
Thank you.
KD.
No. We just leave it at Lakers had a chance. Leave it at Lakers have a chance, and we just leave it at that, man. And all is good.
This is a legacy playoff
It'll be
run for KD.
entertaining.
It
It'll
is.
be
He needs
entertaining no matter who makes it this year. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, yeah, facts. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, other Jacob, we appreciate you as always, man. And I can't wait to meet Giannis in the finals. All right. Because it's going to be Giannis, man. You know that. Giannis going
Quick hang up. Porter Francesa there.
I did. I was like, got it. Oh, get the last word in there. I always want to do that. All right. But we still got time for some more calls, man. So, the phone line. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my thing right. There it is. All right.
I know you're big on the Lakers here. You might need to take some of these screenshots, what the chats are saying.
Hey, I'm going to contemplate it now. But talk to me, man. Who are we on the hotline with today?
What is good, boys? It's your boy Mason out here in Utah.
Go. Shout out to Mason.
What's
More
poppin'?
importantly, shout out to Utah. What's the weather like in Utah right now, Mason?
Bro, it's been weird. It was 70 yesterday, but it's been snowing today. So
what? Oh man.
Yeah, man.
70 and
It's
snowing.
bipolar here. It's weird.
Yikes. Okay, fair enough then, Mason. Fair enough. Well, we've been having some craziness going on in this first round with the 17th overall selection and some of these predictions and recommendations. So, coach us up, baby. How you feeling? What you're doing with the 17th overall pick?
Yes, sir. Well, if it were me, if I were the GM, I'm gonna slide that 17th pick over to the Bears. We gotta go get that boy out of Oregon.
Okay. Let's go.
What are we giving up?
That's a good question. If they want that number 32 back, then we might just have to stay at 17. But I'd be down to give them 49.
What if we had to give up? What if we had to give up a third next year? 'Cause that's the exact package we had to do to get Devin Bush and trade up 10 spots.
So go 17, 49, and a third from the following year.
Oof.
To move up.
That
to
was
9.
the exact package for D. Bush. Now that was going up 10 picks. This would be going up 8.
All right, that's a lot.
But there is inflation with this stuff, so
There's
it's probably going to be
inflation.
something similar.
There's definitely inflation, yeah.
I think personally it would be worth it because I do think that Gonzalez would be a dog for a long time. And with how good our pass rush already is, I feel like we don't even need a true lockdown, like insane corner. But then imagine having one. We would be too good, bro. It'd be crazy.
I like that too. I like the thought process there because I feel like you could probably move Gonzalez and Peterson and Wallace all around in that secondary. Plus, we don't really kill this year's draft.
And I think
we have another second round pick at number 32.
Yeah, for sure. And I think while we have Peterson, it's a great time to get our cornerback of the future to learn from him. So
I like this.
I'd be fine with trading up for Gonzalez.
I'm a man-to-man corner guy. So it's like, man, if you're going to get Gonzalez, I'm like, I don't have a big issue getting Gonzalez. I like it.
I don't
bro,
either.
he is good.
He's like that. I like that, man. Let's go. Shout out to Mason
Yes,
in Utah there, man. Shout out to you, man. We definitely appreciate you tapping in with us too, man. And stay safe out here on the weekend, all right?
Yes, sir. Will do, bro.
No doubt.
Appreciate it, boss.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Shout out to Mason over in Utah.
Question for you. Quick question.
What's up, baby? Talk to
before
me.
the next call comes in. Gonzalez versus cornerback draft prospects in the past couple of years. Like Surtain, J.C. Horn. Who else has been in the mix here?
Stingley.
Yeah, last year. Okay,
Yeah.
Stingley and Gardner were last year.
So you're saying where does Gonzalez rank with those guys?
Yeah, where you got him?
He's in the
Is he?
convo. To
Do
me,
you
he's
think
in that
he's? Do you
conversation.
think he's going up in the top 10 just because we don't have those top tier corners like that, or you think he's actually
to
deserving
me-
of the
To
conversation?
me, I think he is deserving. From what I've seen on tape, I think he is deserving. I think even if this was last year and it was the Sauce Gardner and the Derek Stingleys, I think that he would still be going in that same conversation. And that I don't know.
It's just he'd go third, but still
Right.
top 10.
But I don't even know if he would necessarily be the third. I don't know that off the top of my head because remember, Stingley was coming off of an injury. So could you make a case that a healthy Gonzalez versus a Stingley who had set for a little bit? You can make a case for
Different quarterback class last year too.
You know what I mean? Whereas Sauce, I think Sauce was going to be clear like that was the guy because of the whole not giving up a touchdown throughout his whole collegiate career. Like it's insane and he's following around dogs. So that part, nah. But Gonzalez, man, he's a dope player and he plays the sexy style. That man-to-man mirror, that's what everybody's looking for. at the corner spot. You want those type of dudes that can travel and just, make my life easy, follow him. So he fits that. So, yeah, I don't think that it's just because it's this year's class. I think that he is just a good enough player that he would still be viewed. I mean, we talking about Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah, once again, was a high-end guy coming out of college, very similar to what we're talking about with Gonzalez. But we do know that it's never a guarantee that it's going to fully live up to those expectations, and that's ultimately why when you talk Okudah getting moved on in, 3 years, that's a part of it. But, yeah, I do think that he would still have been viewed, in a top.
Yeah, I do think the quarterbacks are a big part of that, too, because take the 4 quarterbacks out of this class.
Yeah.
And if they don't go in, if they were to have not gone in the top 10, you're talking about Christian Gonzalez being a borderline top 5 or 6 pick.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's exactly where the corners went in last year's draft.
We just got a better quarterback crop where it's just more talent.
People are going to take those guys early.
Right. Whereas last year, remember, the first quarterback was Kenny at 20. So that opened up so much more space.
Yeah, that's why the teams were taking corner, and they were cornerback needy teams.
Yeah, they definitely were. Yeah, absolutely, man. All right. So, D, we got time for one more call. All right, we're going to get them one more call. They have been, man. So the digits to dial, 412-346-6955. All right, let's see who going
Big Noriega says, Moats, let me call in.
Somebody calling right now. We're going to find out, baby. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with? Okay. Hello. What's up? Who we on the hotline with, baby?
Oh, this is John Easton.
John Easton, bro. What is up, man? How have you been? First off, man. What's up, John? We talk to you in a minute, baby.
I'm doing good. I just moved back to Pittsburgh from California at the beginning of the month.
Man, let's go. You said to be here with your mom, or you said you just got here for a month?
No, I just moved here at the beginning of the month from California.
At the beginning of the month.
Here.
Yo, that's dope. You liking it? A little bit of an adjustment, right?
I like it. The weather is bipolar. It's like 80, then it's like snowing the next day.
Yeah, we get some of that Utah weather like how my man Mason did. Yeah, we get some of that too. Absolutely. But I do like the fact that you are here, man, in the Pittsburgh area, man. So salute you for that. But talk to me, John. Talk to me, baby. 17 overall. What are you doing? You are the GM of the Steelers, man. It's your show. What you doing?
Well, I see it like this. I'm thinking we trade up with the Chicago Bears at number 9. Okay. I think we do it for a couple of reasons. Either I think that we get Christian Gonzalez, who I want, or if him and Witherspoon are gone, I think it's an insurance policy, and we do have to reach a little bit and take Porter Jr. at 9.
I know you said you're biased to JPJ. Are you doing that for him?
Yeah, I'm not really on the left tackle thing because I've seen Dan Moore play, and he's good enough for me to start. Like, I don't really is really head and shoulders above Dan Moore, where all those corners are head and shoulders above what we have, except for Peterson. But with the age thing, I think that the rest of our corners, the ones in the draft, are head and shoulders above them. So I think that's a safe move. I think it's the right move, and I think we're trying to play defense. We're trying to run the ball, and that's how we're going to win. I like Kenny Pickett, but I don't think we're going to play through him this year. And I don't think when Ben Roethlisberger was here, that when we won our couple Super Bowls early in his career, we didn't really play through him. We played through our run game. We played through our defense. I think that's the thing we're trying to do again, and I like it.
I like that. JPJ at 9 is a little high for me. But more importantly, I do think, though, say Witherspoon and Gonzalez are off the board, if you don't want to run the risk of missing out on the JPJ, I get it. Personally, like I said, that's really high in my eyes. But
could we trade for 14 or 15 maybe?
Yeah, I would like it better there. But if you felt like that was the only way you could guarantee to get JPJ, I don't hate it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's the third best corner in the draft. So I think I wouldn't really be super excited with having to do that. But I think you got to do what you got to do, and corner's so much of a need for us.
No, facts.
I watched the games, like against the Bills and against the Bengals, where they were just receiver where we know who they were going to throw to.
John Easton, what was that team you said? You said the Bengals and who? Who you say?
They're the Bills. Yeah, the Bills kind of like abused us. I mean, you know, I got to call a spade a spade. I mean,
hold on. What they
Our
do?
corners were injured.
No. John Easton, you said they did what? You got to call a spade a spade. What did they do to us? I didn't hear what you said. You said they
abused us. I mean, you gotta call.
I can't believe he said. I could not believe that somebody would say that they abused. Keep it going. Ew, I like this. All right, I'm sorry. We're back focused now.
Yeah. But I think you got to get that number one corner to stop those number one receivers on those like high-powered teams. You can't let them just eat you alive like that. So I think that's got to be the move. You know, like everybody knew we were going to draft Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Everybody knew we were going to take the best quarterback available. We take it. I think everybody knows we're taking the best corner available.
Fair enough. I think it's great. I can agree with that.
I don't know about that trade up. I wouldn't mind Deontay Banks at 17.
You bring up a good. Ooh.
Like, we could just keep
Fair.
Deontay Banks. We'd keep those second-round picks. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I guess it's how you view JPJ. I mean, I can talk myself into viewing him as, like, if those other two guys are taken ahead of him, I can talk myself into it where you have to do it. I mean, you might not like it, but it's just you got to do it.
Well, that's the thing. You're bringing up a take, too. You're bringing up a prediction that they're gone.
Yeah.
Because if they're both there and you're saying we're trading up to 9 and we're getting Gonzalez or Witherspoon, I feel a little bit different about that then. I feel a little bit more comfortable.
I like
just
that.
the concept of trading up. I'm fine with if it's for Gonzalez or Skoronski. I know you were talking about you're not as big of a fan of the left tackle, but hey, teach their own.
Well, I've seen Dan Moore, and what I'm hearing is that they don't think it's Dan Moore. They think it's the left guard that was the problem. I think they like Dan Moore. And who did he get beat by? Really? Like, did Garrett really abuse him? Who beat him?
That's the same thing we've been over here asking, man. We can't point to a guy that just cooked him for 4 quarters, or we just felt like he couldn't block the guy out there. Yeah, we didn't see that.
Yeah, the only curious thing is us being interested in bringing in Orlando Brown. Then,
yeah,
that's the only thing that's got me thinking
that's
that
what got
we
me
still
intrigued,
might draft a left tackle early on. But I'm with you. A lot of the mocks that I've been doing, or whenever people send them in, and I'm like, oh, replace this guy for that. It's usually me taking out the offensive lineman.
Yeah,
I think I would be good with Dan Moore next year too. Is it risky? Is it optimal? I don't know, but he's been fine for us, and we've built up the rest of the offensive line. To John Easton's point, that should only help more.
Should, yeah.
Just for the number 232 real quick. I like Henley. I also like those are safety Banks, right?
Yeah. You said Deontay Banks?
Yeah, because he can play nickel or safety. So I'm okay with double dipping at corner.
You're talking
but
Brian
if you
Branch.
can get a guy to play the nickel.
Yeah, you're talking Brian Branch.
Oh yeah, Brian Branch. Yeah, Brian Branch. Yeah. So if you can get a guy that can play the nickel and safety at 32, that's a pretty good pick.
I like Brian Branch at 32.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
I like that.
Okay. Wouldn't be bad at all.
Okay. Well, no, this definitely was a vibe then, John Easton. And make sure you keep enjoying the East Coast, all right? And we appreciate you as always, baby.
Thank you.
No doubt. Let's go. Bro, these some good calls today, man. These were some good calls. Oh, let me hit that. There we go. Absolutely. I like it, man. Shout out to the phone lines, man. We have not done that in a minute, man, but we, every once in a while we do tap in, man.
Those were good calls.
It was definitely fun. Man, I wish we could do even more. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is, getting to that hour. And I'm actually on dinner duty tonight. I got to cook. We got steaks, little Brussels sprouts, all that. So I do got to make sure that, we let the fun kind of chill.
Sounds like a good one.
So, with that being said, though, we did have one super that came in at the end. We definitely want to tap in with that. Should be Sean McCartney.
JPJ at pick 9. He wears 9. JPJ all the way.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. Who's that? No, we got number 9, don't we? Boss. No.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, you can't do that. Who's going to put that 9? Yeah, you can't do that. Draft him at 11. Do we have an 11? They used to be Chase. He could be 11.
Yeah, I don't think we got a guy right now.
Yeah, do that.
11's open.
Yeah. But no, that'd be interesting, though, man. That'd be interesting. I definitely like that. Bro, but this was the vibe, though, man. this was definitely a vibe, man. So yeah, salute to each and every one of y'all, man, that did call in, man. And those of you that did not get a chance to holler at us, man, when we do it again, y'all keep calling, all right? But we definitely appreciate y'all support. Hit that like button on the way out of this thing. Subscribe if you have not done so. But either way, y'all stay safe out there, and we will see y'all on Monday. But until next time, baby.
Peace.